What was that, Trent? I didn't hear it. What?
What? I don't want to say it. It's recording now, aren't you?
Well, no. What did you say there? I didn't.
Tom never cared about this campaign.
I just didn't catch it, so to speak. You know, I didn't quite. I wasn't paying attention. But I'm all ears now.
I said
What was?
Tom. Tom never cared about this campaign.
Oh my fucking god!
That's why he spends 3 days writing about this campaign.
Instead of 5.
3 days.
Because he could have been spending 10 days.
Well, he's
writing
not
about
wrong.
this.
I spent 3 days, but then like 5 nights, and then like none of it happens.
Yeah.
I'll just recycle it all into like a one shot or some shit.
The whole campaign. Go! Kill Strahd. What? Do it!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lol, kill Strahd. Right, we'll just immerse in both plot and dank waters.
What's the dank water smell like, Tom? Immerse me.
It smells like burnt tilapia. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Tilapia is a fish.
Ah, tilapia.
Yeah, tilapia. It smells like burnt Libya. Oh, that's awful. Cut it out.
Gross.
Oh, why'd you put that image in my head? That's worse.
I put so many things into your head in the pre-talk. Anyway, the smell of burnt tilapia, I guess, fills the air as the car holds aloft the skewered, sizzling remains of a giant anaconda. I'll drop you right in where we left off. There we are.
Loosh.
Spaloosh. Waist deep in muddy marsh waters, you shift uncomfortably, standing in the spongy earth beneath your feet. Throughout, strands of tall reeds and pools of still water reek with that rotten smell of dead things and stagnation. A thick shroud of fog or swamp gas covers all. Looking ahead, you see old peasant cottages scattered throughout the marsh. Their outlines and walls covered with black mildew and their roofs mostly caved in. These decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down into the mire as though they have long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about to and through. You kind of did some exploration before this. You did take a look over the rushing rivers, where the fog is much thicker on the far side of the river and the bank becomes less and less discernible. But through this fog, you can barely make out a flash of light amid a dark ring of standing stones, blinking at you invitingly as if it's somebody reflecting a torchlight or lamplight upon a mirror back and forth in a signal. Through the black clouds of flies that dart about, hunger for blood, and a cacophony of toads and buzzing insects that make most of the ambience, you make out far in the distance the remains of a once grand mansion to which I believe you guys were headed toward last time we stopped the session. The air is damp and gross, and your feet suck into the mud with every step. Yeah, you pocket your fresh kills. Ark has one, and you, the car, have another. The snake flesh proving a tasteless and boneful meal, but a meal nonetheless that shall grant you that boon should you treat it as such. It is pretty much a short rest healing potion
Yeah.
with
Eat that
temporary
snake.
HP. You eat it now?
Also, is that fucking Ark's new token?
No, Ark is over here.
It looks like a robot.
Okay,
Yeah.
looking in that direction, you do see the outline of some humanoid shape, almost like it's crucified.
Ah, the Romans, I see.
Cheap posting.
Yeah, it's almost like it's establishing dominance, almost like it's claiming its due, claiming its territory. You feel slightly like what D'Artagnan feels like 24/7, better. Just the sensation of being inferior just washes over you for a moment, just by staring at this magnificent being just T-posing at you. Hunter's left
Keep
chat.
Hunter, you're a good boy.
Right.
We all love you.
None of you said happy birthday to me.
I'm
Is it
so,
your birthday?
was it actually your birthday? Sometimes Facebook just lies.
I said
2
happy
days
birthday
ago?
to you.
Oh, maybe you did. I don't know.
Yeah, I asked you, is it true that it's your birthday? And you said yes, and I said happy birthday.
Well, happy belated birthday. I hope it was a blast.
I hope you stayed 6 feet apart from people.
I was home alone all day until I went to work.
Sounds
Happy
like a good
belated.
birthday.
I love how I trying to like immerse you guys into the game, and meanwhile as Hunter's like, nobody says happy birthday to me. Everybody bullies me in this campaign. This is bullshit.
I mean, it's not fucking wrong.
It's not. But
Tom, you're smart.
what?
You did
I mean, I know, but go on.
Wow, Tom, stuff your ego a bit.
you did question marks and then you redacted it. So I couldn't just, do what I'm doing right now.
What are you doing right now?
But you're still doing it right
When
now.
you highlight things. If you highlight redacted things, usually it shows
Oh
you.
yeah, I knew you were gonna be a little shit about it. So like you see, like Takar for some reason, Takar right off the camera pulls out his book. Is like, I must check this, and like you see like a confused fucking look on his face.
Yeah. Alright,
So you're highlighting it. That's why I left the last one like actually not questions because I was like,
noticed it and I was like, I'm just not gonna look at
I'll
that
know
now.
he did it if he can read that information. I was like, you fucking little shit, stop
I'm
highlighting.
not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Or pretend I didn't notice it.
So to explain what exactly is going on, I gave him more information with Tma's Book of Binding because now that the shadow is banished, I didn't want him to have a useless item. So I kind of tied it with Amber Temple. So I put he found a. Can I just tell him?
Yeah.
He found a spell in there, like a ritual spell of some sort. But like, it's like 90% of the information is literally like Black Ops, like it just blacked out, like reducted. But if you highlight a blacked out text, it will still show up as a negative. So what I did, I replaced the letters with like question marks. and now he's like, oh, I can't read this. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Alright, well, anyways. Throughout this cacophony of toads and buzzing flies, you hear the familiar alien call of... as the lizard, Fern lizard, skips onto a rock before where a sparrow is.
Goddamn, I love you, weird lizard thing.
Yeah, and for those of you who didn't see him the first time, here he is again. This is what he looks like. And let me know if I'm lagging. My internet is being a little bit slow, but I think it's just Rule 20 because everybody's home and everybody's...
being slow.
Yeah, everybody's home and
The
everybody's
slowest I've ever seen it.
Yeah. The image slowly rendering as the fern lizard slowly peeks
It is
over.
slowly appearing.
Yeah, as it's slowly peeking and decamouflaging from beneath the ferns and moss and rocks. That is pathetic. That is like Internet 1995 slow. Holy shit.
It's real slow.
Like, that image is not even that big. Oh, I click on it now, my entire page is gonna lag. Anyway, so what it first seems no more than a mere colorful bush leaps up onto a nearby rock. This quick, omnivorous thing has the body of a lizard and the upper torso composed of two small talons and a small fanged mouth and beady eyes. The entirety of the lizard's body appears as though it is made of foliage. It
Throw
turns.
some snake meat at it.
Oh, it immediately like opens the mouth and goes, and then like a tongue comes out and just like snipes it out of the air.
Nice.
Damn, keep rebel.
It's like it was waiting for just that, and it's just happily like chewing upon it while like taking a seat on a rock.
Adorable.
Yeah, you see like curiosity in its beady little eyes. It's eyeing all of you with that hint of. Go on. Sorry.
I want to pet it.
Roll me animal handling with advantage.
Hang on.
I'm gonna turn you up too because I can barely hear you. There we go.
Sorry,
Also,
Dad.
question.
Is this
What do I
better?
do
Do
for
you want me to
eating?
yell?
No, I can turn you up on my end. You don't have to yell. I was talking over you because I couldn't hear you.
What do I do for eating the meat?
So anytime you eat a meat, a meal composing of a meat that was freshly killed, that was a natural. Oh, oof! Good thing you roll with
Very
advantage.
good, baby.
So in terms of that feature, it's right over yonder in your sheets. Let me fetch them. You can just link it in chat, and you'll see how it works.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
But I remember you recover like temporary HP because it provides you that kind of vitality. Because kind of Hunter's Blessing, fresh kill, good on you. You kill a bunch of snakes. Sertanian extending an arm. I like. Do you like undo your gauntlet, or do you just with a gauntlet?
Why would I undo my gauntlet?
Because this is RP and it matters.
Yes.
So you undo your gauntlet and you go to pet it where?
Can you pull the picture back up?
Sure, yeah, there it is.
Chin
What
scratch.
Little chin scratch.
Okay, so that it enjoys that very, very much. It closes its eyes for a moment and makes a little like sound as you do that. And you see that its tail kind of furrows and unfurls in like pulsating motions with like the needles kind of, spreading out and like slowly becoming a tail again. As if it has some like air of caution to it, but as soon as you touch the skin, it relaxes it. And, yeah, pretty much. As you retrieve your hand, you do feel a slight tinge, like this acidic tinge. Not so much pain, but more like a tingle. Like touching a mucousy flesh of a frog that has a coat of substance not meant to be touched, but slow enough dosage not to, outright hurt you.
Okay.
Time to get this thing to come back home with us too.
Speaking of things that come back home with you guys, you look over to Esmeralda, who has used her evil eye magic, her Vistani magic, to charm Sam and Sam, so they're kind of like in a docile state, kind of bobbing up and down the swamp waters because they're amphibian creatures. You two take a bite of your snakes, and that is temporary HP. Do you guys know how to apply temporary HP to yourselves?
Yeah, I put it there.
Awesome.
I have 7.
Yeah, nice. So that gets deducted first. As soon as you get damaged, just remember that. It's kind of like a shield. It's really nice. And you can over and under heal with it. Not many people know that strategy, which is why I made the Ouroboros. Aurora Borealis in this part of the country at this time of day. Memes.
God damn it.
Located entirely within the swamp.
I think my favorite version of that is the PK Fire from Smash Bros. 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's just PK Fire. Dear God, what's happening in there? It's just Ganondorf being locked into PK Fire combos. Aurora Borealis.
So as the little lizard being finishes its meal, turns its head and eyes to you all with curiosity and a hint of juvenile amusement as you put away the snake meat, or do you finish it all? I gotta say you finished it all. There's not much meat to the snake. It's very bony. It's quite unsatisfying, but it is meal nonetheless.
Yay.
Indeed, yay. So, yeah, how do you proceed?
I'll get Myrtle back on the shoulder.
She climbs on, giving you like a fist bump on the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Myrtle's fucking edge god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yes.
so we're going to the house, not the light, right? Is what you wanted to do?
I don't know. I guess.
That light's looking pretty inviting, though.
Alright, how about we flip a coin for it, Dakar?
You know what? That's probably the smartest thing you've ever said this adventure.
From the
Dakar,
description.
you're an asshole. I
I'm
can't
kidding.
wait till you go back to your realm.
Alright.
I
So
must have missed something last session, but from the description, you said that it's an inviting light. Someone's enticing us to come.
It's yeah. It doesn't seem like a natural sort of light, like the flicker of a campfire, or like just natural light in general. It seems like synthetic, man-made light that that seems to almost like pulsate with a code, like a Morse code of some kind. Inviting is subjective. You guys can find it not so much, but it's not like, I guess not by coincidence is what I'm trying to say here. It's clearly somebody has spotted you, the car's horns from that far, and is kind of reflecting that light back in response.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'm good to go see the light. If you guys want to see the light.
At the end of the tunnel?
Well, we said we'd do a roll. So wait,
Flip it, baby.
how do you roll? 1d2?
It's you just R1D2, but you have to call it first. Is it heads or tails?
Okay, so 1 is heads, 2 is tails. Do you want heads for house, tails for...
Sure, guy.
Alright, 2 is... Okay, tails is for light, heads is for house.
Before you...
Wow, I'm bad.
Before you roll, do me a... Before you roll, do me a dexterity saving throw.
Wow, I'm bad at that. 9.
Do your roll.
And did I do it right this time?
You barely managed to catch a coin before it, like, plops underwater. Almost like Destiny was still telling you, like, you don't get a choice. Whatever.
Destiny's like,
Looks like
oh,
we're going to the house.
Looks like mansion it is. If you follow a coin. Or you can make it diplomacy, just make it a group vote. Like,
I do as the coin provides.
I do
I
as the
mean,
coin.
we did that.
I do as the crystal.
Unless you two... What does Sparrow want? I want to go to the light.
I want to go down in the hole.
Dog.
Wow, rude.
Why?
say so.
Why so mean? He's fucking MVP. What? Yeah. What does Sparrow want? He just kind of like sees like he turns around, his eyes are glazed black, and he's just like.
We could always split the party and have Hornguard,
Yes.
me, and D'Artagnan go to the house because
You
we're the
could.
best characters.
You could.
Yep, the three.
And the
deadly-
2 flying people can go see what's shit.
I can fly.
You could.
Fuck you.
Alright, fine. How about me, Hornguard, and Myrtle?
No, I want to go to the
house?
house.
Oh my God, children.
Alright, then we're going back to original plan of us 4 going to the house and 2 flying people go check out the light and then fly back.
Just go to the house first and then go check out the light. There's no like rush.
It's true, but
I'm not gonna be a
splitting the
dictator. Like, oh, that light's not there anymore because it's gonna offend it. Like, no, like.
All right, let's go to the house, boys.
party. Let's go to the house.
By the way, you guys keep saying house. It is a mansion.
It's a house.
Okay. I'll
Is
just
it
go-
a home? Someone live in it? It's a house.
Okay, so you guys are, whenever you guys load the map, you are over yonder. You have walked pure east, really. You seem to have diverged slightly from the straight path onto a path that has sunken in. But looking forward to your direct east, you can see the path kind of rise up from the mud once more toward the ruins of several cottages. And as you guys kind of start waddling there through the waist-high waters, the fern beast kind of follows you. You've now fed it. It is kind of has developed an interest toward sticking around. So you can kind of see it leap from rock to rock, literally walking across the water with such dexterity and speed, like those, water walking lizards that you have IRL, all the while uttering that little cry of it.
Man, dude, the Jesus lizard's scary.
Jesus lizard?
Yeah,
It's called
a
the
nickname
Christ
for it.
Lizard.
Oh, that's what it's actually called?
Yeah.
That's cool.
'Cause
Yeah,
it walks on water.
It runs as fast as it can. It just fucking books it. It's like, ah,
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna fall.
I mean, that's the only like if it could just walk, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that'd be horrifying.
so D'Artagnan, do me a perception check. Actually, you know what? Here's how I'm gonna treat it. So yeah, D'Artagnan, do me a perception check, and then because of that, because I saw that coming from a mile away, everybody roll me perceptions, and I'll use the group average
Alright.
for like the rest of the swamp. You guys are walking through these gassy, stinking swamp. Oh wow! I guess it's gonna be one of those campaigns. So I'm just like gonna use the cars twice. That's what a critical is gonna be for this average. 20 plus 4. And just... I'm not gonna roll sparrows because he's not here. So that is a crisp 26. Wait, no, using one. Yeah, using one twice means I have to divide it by 4, which is math. Cool. That's a 6.5 average for perception, with Ark leading the front. So Ark, you notice the obvious. You notice this lizard alternates between sticking around, trying to like bite some more meat if you have any, and if not, give you a sad little face. Try to stay as far away from those cave fishes, even though they're docile, it still has like survival instincts. And alternating between that and proceeding onwards as if like trying to lead you somewhere. Do you like follow it, or do you just make your own path and you can just tell me where you go?
Does the party want to follow it?
Probably a good
It's trying to lead us somewhere?
Okay, sure. Yeah, it seems like it's trying to lead us somewhere.
No, I'm down to follow lizard thing.
Okay, we're following the lizard thing.
Okay. So following the lizard thing, it leads you about 300 feet to the east toward the first ruins here, and starts like rummaging around, trying to find a dig site that it has made previously. Trying to dig its own scent from a while back. You see it start like digging up in the corner. By the way, as you walked here, it took you about 2 minutes to walk here. You walk by those humanoid figures. Even perception 6 will make the obvious apparent. They are propped up on wooden crosses, and there are several. These human figures are feet with their feet immersed in the brackish waters. You realize that they are indeed scarecrows. They're eerie, they're slumped, they're motionless, and you know
scare off.
they're like stuffed with like black feathers instead of straw.
Okay.
Yes. As you approach the cluster of ruined cottages separated by low stone walls, you see a short stretch of dirt road has remained intact and proceeds on southwest. The cottages contain rotten furnishings that have decayed with time. Like this used to be a village a long time ago, it seems, and now it's nothing but rotten ruins. Since you did befriend it and not outright kill the lizard, I'll let you roll investigation with advantage to see what it digs up. And depending on how high you roll, is how good it's gonna be. Ooh, okay, so that's a 19. So it approaches you with something in its mouth. Whatever it is in its mouth is dripping with saliva, which is like this eerie, sickly green, and just kind of drops it at your feet.
I'm gonna give him some of the snake, leftovers.
I was about to throw him some meat.
And just gobbles it up and makes a little sound as it chews.
Right.
At your
Pick up what he
feet,
dropped.
yeah, as you pick it up, you turn it in your hand. Investigate for some time, you realize this is a baby's toy. A rattle, by the looks of it, in a rotten state of decay. Indeed, an odd, eerie, ugly thing to find in the middle of nowhere. The rattle features carvings of bats and ghouls falling in a spiral along occult symbols and other odd, disturbing imagery. Inscribed on the handle are the words: "He is no fun. He is no Blinsky."
Why
Check
do we
out the rest
keep
of the house.
finding his fucking toys spread everywhere?
Family's a toy maker family, dude.
Yeah, but
Unless Blinsky is fucking 800 years old.
yeah, what if he's Strahd's dad or something?
Yes, you cracked it. You cracked the code.
We cracked the code.
Belinsky, overlord of Barovia, actual devil of the seventh circle of hell.
Yeah.
Is there anything else inside this ruined house?
I'll use the same 19 investigation, and as you walk around, kind of trying to... Are you looking for anything specific, or just like anything you might find?
Anything, I guess, for me.
So, first and foremost, does the lizard, if I'm moving him around, does it reveal the map for you guys?
No.
Okay, then I'll just... You can just see him, right? At all times.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I want it to function. Okay, so as you look around, you don't find much. This place has succumbed to ruin a long, long time ago. You do find bits and pieces that can serve as improvised weapons at best, because, you know, broken furnishings and whatnot, but they have long, like, most of it just rotted away into the swamp and is given to decay. Now and then, looking at the walls, you do find these occult symbols that seem to match the ones on the rattle. They have been drawn here after the ceasefall. They're pretty fresh. They seem to be drawn with some form of liquid that has since browned or blackened.
Does the symbol on the rattle, like, does it look like it was made with the rattle, or was it made after, like, carved
No,
after?
it absolutely looks like it was made after the rattle. It was, like, added onto it.
Okay. Thank God. I was like, gotta hope Belinsky's not into some cult shit.
I smudge some of the symbols.
They do not smudge. They are, like, engraved in.
Oh,
you mean like on the wall? Yeah,
on
sure.
the wall.
So as you do that, it doesn't so much smudge as it flakes off, and then like you bring your hand to your face to inspect it, and like smear is like a variety of blacks, browns, and then like this crimson blood red.
Oh.
Red blood. You smell it and it has that goat cheese smell to it.
What?
That gamey goat cheese smell to it.
Oh, like, okay.
Like goat's
Like
blood.
deer blood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Intense.
detect magic.
Within a 30-foot radius, you find no source of... No, you find no source of magic in this area.
Okay.
Yes, this
No
rattle
magic
is not
either?
magical. It seems like a simple baby's toy. Too new and recent and well kept. Despite its like rotten state, it's way more new than any of the surroundings here. It's like finding a baby's toys in a fucking museum.
It's a little weird. I mean, maybe the poison thing got it, or the poison thing, lizard thing. I mean, it could be poisonous. I don't know. Got it from somewhere else. Am I missing anything here? Does like the swamp?
No,
lady,
your
like,
all
toys?
your observations are pretty fair.
Yeah.
It seems that this thing, wherever it walked, did find it. But looking at it, you would probably guess it doesn't stray too far from swamp, it being its natural environment. So, this toy has always been here. Or, I mean...
Does the swamp hag fuck with kids?
Well, I was gonna say, maybe this village was here before it became a swamp.
Yeah, and she just like killed everybody.
Possibly, yeah. Can she make a swamp? I guess, actually, hags are powerful.
Well, it's her terrain, right?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm assuming.
The
with
car
the
roll me
ice-
like a history check there. Just if you're rummaging that memory, trying to decipher.
Well, I sure do love history.
Well, I mean, like, everybody is good at everything. So with like a 12, which is really a 10, round down, but it's 12, what I'm talking about. With a 12, you're not too sure about hags. You've not encountered hags in Ravnica much, I would not believe. But you do know that, indeed, certain creatures do have the capability of affecting their environment over time, as if their very essence seeps out, leaks out onto the land, and becomes a part of them.
Dragons.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of that kind of image.
Yeah, that can happen. So, possibly you're right. Maybe this place was a nice town, and then the swamp
Dragon.
happened.
Sorry.
I don't think a dragon would happen. If it was a dragon, we'd all be, probably fucked, guys.
Even the more reason we need to eliminate.
Eliminate.
Let's keep going.
All right, Terminator.
You guys tell me where you're headed, and I'll push you there pretty much. I don't know if pretty sure you guys can control your own token, but I might be wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, so just go 1 square at a time, and I'll tell you when to stop.
You step in dog shit.
As you continue exploring each cottage, looking under wooden beams and trying to avoid more waist-deep water, trying to stick to the shallows, you find more and more of these toys. Like, you find, like, a doll's head with its eyes gouged out. You find, like, They're all baby toys. They're all meant not for children, but specifically for a baby.
You have to fight a giant baby in the swamp.
I just hear. You are now.
Yeah, just silently making notes to themselves. Giant baby.
We know how hags reproduce, right?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't know, the party can happily explain.
So they steal babies, and then they like put a hag baby inside a lady.
They eat the baby.
They eat the baby,
And the hag
give
becomes
birth.
pregnant.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So maybe this was, in a sense, their name it?
Breeding ground?
Origin.
Ooh.
Not breeding ground, but like where they left the babies while she was here. Something like that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
perhaps.
What's the word called? It's not orphanage. It's like the. What's the place called in hospitals?
Orphanages?
It's not. It's not an orphanage in a hospital, dude.
Infirmary, morgue.
Infirmary, yeah.
Church.
But like the baby infirmary, where the babies all lay down, you know, and hang out after being
Except-
born.
They're not, being eaten by hags.
They're not being eaten by hags. Just
So
like
if a hag
hag-
eats a baby, does it still have to wait 9 months to get pregnant?
That's
Yeah.
a question you can ask.
How does DNA work with?
Like, it doesn't really matter for the campaign so much in details, but yeah, it will have to wait some time. It's not like immediate.
I mean, like, what if I want Jenny to have a child
Then she will have a child.
The baby.
and it'll be my child?
Yes.
So
They're
it's
still
irrelevant.
capable of...
I
No,
have to
actually...
stay in Barovia and not
Mhm.
kill Strahd for 9 months so I can have a child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. Are you trying to like fuck Jenny?
What? No, I get her a child so she can eat them. How would hags?
Why are you gonna
Didn't
go
you
have a
just tell
child?
me that's how they
Go ahead.
reproduce? You can't just
Yeah.
walk in here and tell me my wife is disabled in certain ways.
So you want to go grab a baby and give it to Jenny, so Jenny can eat it and be pregnant with a
move on?
baby.
I regret bringing this up. You're
Damn,
just
it's
judging me.
Dan is making up plot points for each character. Takar wants White Claw, Ark wants Hag Baby. Ark playing like Warforged, the most diverse Warforged I've ever played with. I just want to feel like the way humans feel, you know?
And then I don't. And then I want a hag baby.
Yeah.
Alright, next house?
Yeah, investigating this next house, you, again, find more ruin. Nothing much new. More of those occult symbols, featuring, if you didn't know any better, you would think they were, like, druidic, almost tribal. But here and there, they're just too smart for their own good. I think the map distance is correct now. Yes. So, like, they feature different occult spells, Arc, you can like read any writing, and you do decipher, in fact, that there's many rituals and forms of blood magic, dealing with those blood clones you guys dealt with before, and other just vile spells.
Who does the blood clones? Like, do we figure that out, or is that?
It seems that whoever brought them in here is originated from the swamp.
Okay.
But
Did you guys know who you pissed off for the blood clones? Was it just a random encounter, or?
It was just a random thing. We
Okay.
rubbed,
There.
D'Artagnan rubbed his arm on a wall.
Oh, so like just how you just touched the wall here.
Well, you gave it blood.
Yeah, well, yeah, it wasn't just random. He went through. D'Artagnan did the ritual to summon a Obelix.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, to get through to White Claw. I believe you were there.
I was there for the later part, not the
Oh,
beginning
okay,
of that.
fair enough. He D'Artagnan did cut his hand and placed it upon a bloodstone, casting the ritual to summon one of these things from beyond outer spheres.
Okay.
I need to go get water. I'll be right back.
All right. No. Yeah. So indeed, it seems that whoever originated the spell, if anywhere in Barovia, and it will be possible to find somebody who knows this kind of magic, weird magic, non-orthodox magic, it will be here in this Coven Swamp. Mm-hmm. Any questions?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. As you you see the car kind of immerse himself into his tome of Tomas binding, living through it, trying to make sense of the pages. You are in turn surrounded by these bloodflies that are relentless here, and buzz about trying to draw blood. You go to swap at them, and I mean, Ark fucking doesn't give a shit because they're not gonna sting him. As you try to wave them off, you notice a curious-looking moth flutter about. Its wings are black and crimson red, and it lands on a nearby shrub, and you note the chalky white skull-like pattern about its dark body.
Uh-oh. How big is it?
It's about the size of your palm, and looking closer, you know that while its wings are moth-like and are light and make it flutter about, its face is like that of a fly with those big giant beady eyes and this mosquito-like extension to it that is a little bit too thicker of a needle for your comfort.
I feel disgusting. Yeah, I want to kill this thing.
Do you?
Wait. Lizard guy, eat that.
So the lizard thing. So that moth states whatever. It's like over to your here. The lizard thing is literally trying to stay as far away from it. Even in small numbers, it's like I'm not touching that.
No, Jakar, you know what we did.
Okay, I think we should follow its lead and back away from it.
Don't you understand how things with skulls on them?
Exactly
bad?
why I want you to eat it.
Wow, that's rude. Why don't you eat it, dude?
I don't roll like that.
Rock, paper, scissors, who eats it?
Oh.
Alright, back away.
No, I can't. I can't accept your challenge. I back away.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Wimp.
So the car shoves it in his mouth.
I'm not gonna eat it.
I'm just waiting for somebody to eat it. I'm ready for everything. I have notes for everything, dude. I was like, these idiots are not gonna eat a moth, and I was like, yeah, they will, and I wrote something down for them.
These idiots aren't gonna eat the moth. First thing we think, yo, eat it.
Does anybody want to just like firebolt it?
Yeah, I'd back away from it a bit. Or do we just avoid it?
Avoid it probably is the best. If it gets close, then we can kill it.
Okay, onwards, companions.
So as you leave it alone after a while, it just kind of eyes you as these bloodflies start swarming you, and then it takes wing once more and flutters away from you toward the lone ruins of a series of cottages at the edge of the village toward the river. And looking there, it's just kind of like a pointer that there's more here later on for you guys. And it just flutters in that direction. Meanwhile, the house, as you guys call it, the home, the mansion, is over yonder. In this direction. I don't know if you can see my pings in the dark, actually. Can you?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, go ahead and move your token however you wish. This map is kind of 100 feet per cube. It will take you some time to get to wherever you're going, and I'll describe things as you discover them.
Head to the mansion.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, move your own token at your own pace, and I'll tell you when to stop. Things happen and trigger here depending on what you discover. It's like playing Battleship. like you walk by as you make your way there. It takes you about another 5 to 10 minutes to walk to where you are at. You walk by yet another one of those scarecrows. Its eyes hollow and its body stuffed with feathers. You note that one of the feathers is streaked like white, as if artificially streaked by paint rather than naturally white.
You want to check for magic on the scarecrows, Ark?
Yep. I do.
They are indeed focusing. They are indeed of a magical nature. I'll tell you the school and any other details you might want to ask me about.
The school's good for now.
Okay, so the school of magic that they are is transmutation.
Oh, transmutation. So they're created?
So we could like turn all
Yes.
of our coins into silver coins, melt them down, and have like 1,000,000 silver arrows.
Yes, D'Artagnan, correct.
I don't think that's how it works. But, okay. Interesting. So these are created scarecrows, from what I got.
Yes, they're crafted. They seem to be hand sewn, as scarecrows are, but instead of straw, there are these feathers, and one of them is streaked white.
Did they look like
They're magical, so... I mean, maybe
pre
they're
or
used to guard.
post water?
Pre
Oh
or
no,
what?
they look like they've been placed here very recently. Though they are
I
fetid
have-
and crucified, they look like they are of somebody else's making. And looking looking about with a 19 investigation that I'm still using is you do spot like the same occult symbols here and there on them, like upon their sackcloth. Yeah.
I suspect maybe this is to ward off the keepers of the feather.
Maybe something like that.
You mentioned Keepers of a Feather because when you talk about something, you pay more attention toward it.
Yeah.
As you mentioned the Keepers of a Feather, your eyes kind of like walk their way down this scarecrow, and you note something like shape kind of bulge out at its abdomen. And look closer, you note it is a cracked top half of a beak.
Well, that's fucked.
Like... What?
Do we step away from that?
Like
A beak?
yeah, like there's a top half of a beak, like the remains of a raven inside the skeleton between its seams. You can like kind of make it out.
Now, does it look like
Yeah, so these are
humanoid
like either
creature?
created to be like defense or they're ward or something.
something?
Probably should just stay away from all of them.
Whether the defense wards, you're not too sure, but for the while they seem dormant. It doesn't breathe, it doesn't heave, it doesn't move. It just
wanna-
stares at you with its empty eyes.
A quick save and set it on fire.
Quick save.
Quick save! Woo! No,
There's no load, unfortunately.
it's only quick save. You can't do anything else afterwards. Ignore it.
Okay. Through the fog to your west, you can barely make out the empty shell of an old stone church. Or rather, you make out the church to your. It's more like over yonder, and to the north of that church, like directly to your west, is a cemetery of leaning gravestones enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. Half of the cemetery is sunk into the mire itself, and the other half is facing you guys.
Mansion? Guys, you
Yep.
want to just
Yeah. Yeah.
The mansion looms directly south of you. And as you proceed toward it, do we want to call this thing anything? Or I'm just gonna call it Fern Lizard. Fern Lizard sticks really close to you guys.
what do you want to name him?
Like
Bill?
Fern.
Oh, you're right, Fern.
Fern works for me.
Like Fernando. Fernando.
What's this shit? What's this
What
in front of
about Chef Boyardee?
us? Chef Fernando.
Alright, cool.
Corporal Chef Fernand.
I wonder if he tastes good.
How would you don't eat our boy?
Okay.
Fernand, though.
As you make your way southward, you mention okay, so that'd be you too. Let me just skip ahead to it. There we are. Toward the south end of the village lies the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It has been reduced to piles of stone and rotting timber. Empty, arched windows stare at you. Yeah, so east of the ruin from here, you can make out barely some kind of someone has erected a crude wooden fence, forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. You can hear their bleating.
Like alive goats?
Yes, you can hear their bleating. They are alive.
Huh.
Other than that, there's like the mansion, and the doors to it have long rotted away.
Do we announce ourselves going in?
I mean, they probably know otherwise, right?
I mean, I am glowing.
Yeah.
Safe to
is
assume that
rude?
we're
Big
here
bully
as
boy.
friends, and then pow, fucking
Kapow!
guardian of faith.
Yeah, so I guess we should make a nice introduction first.
Yeah.
I step on the broken down door
Okay.
and I say,
I'm gonna
hello.
knock on.
So as you say hello, you hear your own voice echo back at you through the emptiness, and you wait a while, and just as you begin to think that there's nobody there, you hear something skitter through the water. You can clearly hear it because it is through waist deep water in there, and then you hear it like in the far distance, like it's from a back room in the back sanctums. Who's there?
I am Jakar. Great hand. I'm sorry, I have a condition where I have to say that.
You hear
Are
like
you okay?
you hear like the rattle of like chains and
Is
something
this a fucking mummy?
something sloshing about in the muddy waters from like the next room over. Like from like there's a ground entrance hall, and then like the room splits into four ways, going west, east, and south. And the voice is coming from directly before you, south.
Do you need some help? You okay?
You just keep hearing it moan.
I look over at D'Artagnan.
I can't see you. I can't see anything.
Well, hopefully you have eyeballs.
He just
Alright,
moans and cries in the darkness.
I go towards it.
Okay, so as you guys enter, you see the following. So this is like the entrance hall. Indeed, in this brackish waters between vines, you see a
Do I see that
female,
dope-ass lady?
yeah, female human figure, a young maiden wearing a soiled and torn deep green dress, stands in the midst of a vine cluster in the center of the main room. Her hair and face is stained with dark mud, and she holds a large knife in her hand.
Hello.
What does the entire party do before I proceed with this? The car says hello.
I say hello as well.
Okay. Ark, anything?
Sorry, what?
At the center of this room stands a young maiden wearing a soiled and torn deep green dress in the midst of vine clusters, mud, and water. Her hair and face is stained with dark mud, and she holds a large knife in her hand. Do you do anything in response?
Detect magic. Is this illusion or is this real?
Can you roll me, since you are detecting magic and she's within range, can you roll me a perception check with advantage alongside with that? And I will roll something as well.
Okay.
Okay. So it has to be the 14. Oh, okay. So, you detect magic on it, and while it's like weird magic. You can't even classify it. It seems to be just another one of those auras so akin to this place. But you do reveal that the skin, like looking through your eagle vision, the skin of this maiden is made entirely of this writhing mud. And as you guys say hello to it, it like doesn't make a noise, but it slowly turns its head towards you, and you see its hair kind of writhe and almost like float as if there's a wind, but there is not.
Are
Okay.
you Baba Lasagna?
I'm gonna relay that it's made out of mud. It's magical.
When you ask it, are you Baba Lasagna? It cocks its head as if in recognition of the name, but responds not. Instead, slowly approaching you. And you note that unlike you guys where you had to like waddle through the mud, this thing is not hindered by whatsoever, as if it's a part of it. And it's slowly approaching you guys.
That's
Go
fucked.
give it a hug.
I stand my ground, but I ready for if she shanks me.
So you raise your hands in a motion as Fern hugs your leg. Yeah.
I feel like
She-
she's bound to this house.
Myrtle, how you feeling about this? You want to go on D'Artagnan's shoulder?
Myrtle has she's on his shoulders, and she already has her daggers drawn, and she has like one in front of her and one right beside her like eye in that rogue stance. So she's ready to like throw a dagger at this thing.
Alright, well. That thing's fucked. Anyone else want to say words about that thing?
Shall we
Yeah, it's
dispose
fine.
of it?
So as you stand there, unless you're gonna I'm gonna give you guys like one more chance.
Is
It
it
gets
in the
super
water
close
right
ahead,
now?
but it.
We should leave the
I
house.
would like.
One at a time, guys. I
to-
can't hear everybody at once. Sorry. Somebody
Alright,
go.
Matt.
Matt, what's your idea first?
Yeah, Matt.
Just leave the house.
Alright, D'Artagnan, what's your idea?
I was gonna say I'll ready a shield bash if it comes at you, and then I'll just whack it with
Okay.
the shield.
I was gonna ready a headbutt if it actually tries to shank me.
You can shield butt and head bash it.
So Ark moves to like kind of get out, kind of slowly backing away out the door, and as he does that, the thing snaps its neck toward him quickly, and it utters this like gurgly shriek, just this like, and then like rushes him, and in response, like both Takar and D'Artagnan roll to hit. So what's your name? Takar, you roll with your horns, and D'Artagnan. So, okay, let me look at this.
What a roll, D20! Wow, I'm so glad you hit.
Hey.
So so in response, you do manage to bash it with your shield, buckler shield, but it is too small to have any effect. And as it kind of almost like sloshes against it, absorbing into it, it almost like walks through you, and you see that the knife, unlike it, is quite material and quite sharp, and it goes to stab you. 1d20 plus 7. It does a 17 hit. So the knife seems too rusted and too dull to even penetrate through your plate or go between it, and it just stabs at you madly. All the while, then Takar, yes, that hits. So, dealing, yeah. So as you deal that damage, it just your horns penetrate its body and seem to hit something solid within. And as you retrieve them through the mud, you see blood. And then this thing shrieks back, and it starts to vibrate violently, throws his head back, and just explodes. Everybody do me a dexterity 11 check.
Hey.
You're all safe. So you're all covered in this like mixture of blood and mud as this thing bursts through. As she does, her jaw unhinges. She lets out a loud scream, and her entire body just becomes a swarm of mud mephits, which cackle and disperse, letting the knife drop into the water, and in turn, they dissolve into the mud and disperse.
I pick up the knife.
You get a glimpse of these creatures, and they look like so.
Okay.
Fuck.
Also, is the knife just like a shitty...
You pick up the knife. You're trying to find a knife in the water. It takes you a little bit of time, but you do manage to grab its handle eventually. Peering at it, it looks like it has been forged within the last, I would say 10 years. It is rusted from mud and encrusted in it, but it looks like it can be sharpened and fixed into a proper knife. It looks like an alchemist's knife. Too short to really reach any vital organs, but sharp enough to lacerate.
Alright. I'll pocket that.
Which saved D'Artagnan from, as this commotion happens and the water is slightly disturbed and the scream fades away into the echoes of the hall, you yet again hear the voice of,
Who's there?
You're not gonna react to the fact that that thing just screamed really loud and exploded. You're just gonna ask who's there. Just after I literally said my name. I don't trust you anymore, dead guy.
Should we burn
Use
the house down?
Use the wrong words after that, boy.
So like,
I'm still gonna help you.
I'm thinking about it. I did hear you. I did hear the commotion. No, it's, I don't know. It sounds more pathetic than anything. It doesn't sound so much as it's like shocked or responsive. It just seems mad and pathetic. Yeah, indeed.
I don't trust this dead person voice, but we'll go check it out anyways.
This dead person voice.
The fuck says I can't see anything.
So as you make your way to investigate the source of the call, you make your way to the southern sanctum. You step on something that crunches and snaps beneath your foot. Fish bones.
I'm assuming. Oh,
nod.
Okay. I was like, I'm gonna assume it's a dead person.
Well, it's the thing. Fish bones nod on and stripped of their meat.
Maybe the guy.
Is the whole house like flooded? Like,
Oh yeah, it's between ankle deep and waist deep waters.
I hate this so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Continue to find the guy.
I guess so.
Hunter.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you enter the southern sanctum. It is indeed still flooded. The doors take a little bit of effort to push as they're kind of lodged against the muddy ground behind them. There is barely any light trickling through various boarded up windows and rotted ceiling that has fallen away. Some moonlight does trickle through to the center of the room. Nonetheless, shadows skulk along the edges of the room, and from these shadows you hear a raspy breath and the rattle of chains. Just from the corner.
I want to break down one of the boarded windows.
You break down the board windows, and with a shriek, the thing just shields its, like, where its eyes would be, and then it unshields its eyes, and you see they are covered by a leather belt of some sort, like a sash of darkened leather. I'll show you what you guys are looking at here. This thing, whether it has eyes or not, you're not too sure. Nonetheless, it does not see, but it gets sensitive to this light, and it tries to huddle as far into the corner as possible. There is no spoiler-free version of this, so I'm just going to post it in general. Should really work on going forward. I always have NPC tokens that have both picture and not.
And he's not reacting to the light off my horn, unlike the natural light.
No, just to the natural light, and you see this. You see
I like it.
Ghast bound in rusty chains. His eyes are covered with an ancient band blinding him. Its features mutilated and its entrails hang out like frayed ropes. Despite its intimidating presence, the thing seems bound and pathetic, chained here for God knows how long. Though it cannot see, it tries its best to remain in the shadows, apparently more afraid of you than you are of it.
Why? Why do you invade my home? Begone, I beseech you.
You're chained up, dude. Who are you? Like, what are you, dude?
I am Laszlo Ulrich, last Burgermeister of Beretz.
And why are you a ghoul thing?
Cursed, doomed. For I have doomed my village today. I murdered the young lass. Oh, rest her soul. Here I lie to witness the ruin surround me. For eternity. But beseech you, delight, please.
I see.
What do you want to do with him, Dakar?
Well, if we undo these chains, you gonna attack us?
Roll me insight.
One of the things I'm good at. Now watch as I say that.
And get it. Oh, that's not bad.
It seems genuinely more scared of you than you are of it, and it is literally at your mercy. This thing has suffered
good.
for a really long time, and this doesn't seem hostile.
I go and I break the chains off the wall.
It flinches at the sound of wood creaking as you pull the chain, and this easily comes out of the wall. As you do, the chains begin to like glow. This sickly green that turns into like this almost acidic green, and you begin to witness at its wrist where it's bound, there's smoke coming up, and it just begins to wail. Ah!
I put it back in the wall.
As you put it back in the wall, the glow dissipates, and the wood seems to almost like weave itself back into shape.
Here I remain, to suffer for my crimes against Lord Strahd, cursed to walk the ruins of my home and to carry the burden of 100 drowned corpses. There is no freedom for this poor soul.
Can I try this on the chain?
You may. Third level. It outright. Roll me a. What is it? Make an ability check using your spell. So charisma, DC 13.
Charisma DC 13. Just like a charisma saving throw, or
Because
just
charisma is your ability casting modifier. Your
it's wisdom.
weapon. It's wisdom, so wisdom. Yeah. As you concentrate to spell the spell.
Beep.
Awesome. So as you do that, you concentrate hard, and it seems to almost fight you. Something in the darkness fights you against you, pulling your arm away. But eventually, you do manage to dispel the magic, and the ghast sighs in unbelievable relief.
And then I rip it off the wall.
And then you rip it off the wall, and he flinches again reflexively, but awaiting a dose of pain, he looks up, and if he had eyes, he'd be looking in your direction.
Thank you. Though I am cursed to remain in this form, doomed forever, at least I'll be able to roam about as far as the Coven allows it.
Ah, the Covenant. Those hag people.
Those hack people, yes.
Do you know where they are in this swamp?
There is only one who I interact with.
Or not interact with, but more like witness now and then.
Is it Bob Lasagna?
From time and time, I do not know her name, but from time to time, she does wander to. She explains how she does wander toward the goat pen, now and then, and he can hear her, kill off one of the goats and then trail back. He could never see her. He didn't really learn her name. Whoever this hag is. Now and then he is mocked by the hags, but they kind of leave him alone, knowing that he's better off left to suffer than for them to torture him till death. Yeah.
So you said you killed some girl and this is what you deserve.
Yeah, I deserve this, I do. For I staged the murder of Marina, and doomed this place for all of eternity. Given in to fear. Oh, have I known what she was to Lord Strahd, perhaps my legacy would have been more than, well, this.
And he rattles the chains at his wrists. And waves a hand toward the ruins of his home.
Travel west, strangers. Oh, so kind. West, 200 paces from the mansion, lies a monument to my folly, and perhaps a treasure that you seek. And now, leave this poor wretch alone. Leave before I give in to these infernal instincts.
Sounds good. There's goats literally right over there if you want to eat things. I point, but then I realize that he's blind.
Yeah, he does not know where over there is. He's just sniffing the air about, and as he does so, you kind of slowly begin to witness how he becomes more and more less of a man, more of an animal in instinct as he begins to twitch about. Then he catches himself and tries to maintain hold as long as possible. He begins to kind of spider climb up the wall, sniffing about, shaking his head, and you begin to sense this stench to him, this ghastly stench, indeed.
All right, you want to head west 200 paces?
Sure.
All right.
Fern makes
We head up.
its way across. That kind of gives it a side glance toward this gust thing, and it quickly just dashes out of the room, seeing you guys are headed toward there, and then awaits you guys by the door frame till you guys leave. You hear gurgling and hissing as you leave that room. Just this infernal and the last you see of Laszlo is him making his way to the other room, crawling on the ceiling.
Well, that's so fucked up, ain't it?
Old Burgermeister of Barrett's.
What a character.
I'm sure he'd help us out later, wouldn't he? That's a lie, I'm joking. We'll probably have to kill him later or something.
So, discussing that, you make your way through the marshlands onwards, westward still. As the hill begins to rise, the water begins to kind of disperse mercy on your boots as you start to fear getting waterlogged and trench-footed. Making your way up the hill, it rises up and up about 300 feet, and from here you can kind of see the mist-enshrouded swamp all throughout, all the way to the river. Not so much to make out the details, but through the gas, but nonetheless you see it. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn you guys in that map and describe what you see. So first and foremost, vision. You guys are
Grave robbers, grave robbers, grave robbers.
Robber's grave, robber's grave.
That's us. We're the robber grave.
Aha.
Super Pooper Scooper is just an legend. Oh, spawns so tiny. Do we have vision?
Yep.
Okay, I'll spawn the rest of the tokens when, if and when combat even starts. But other than that, by the way, as you guys walked away from the match, you need to notice a couple of things. You notice there's the goat pens, and then there's a garden hidden behind the mansion. I'm just gonna mention it in passing. as for this place, as you make your way up the hill, hidden by the fog, and everybody have vision, by the way?
Yep.
Is it limited vision or full vision?
Full.
Awesome.
Full.
Hidden by the fog, and elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh, is a raised plot of land enclosed by an iron fence, which you proceed through. In the center of the plot is a 30-foot high stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl. No, just in the likeness of a peasant girl. Sorry, I've got to change a few things here. Yeah, so it's like a monument of a woman with her arms outstretched and her gaze cast down, and a kind smile which you can make out even from here. Although her features are gray and weather-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Irina Kalyana.
Babe.
How do you proceed?
Yay.
As you walk up toward the monument, and kind of the smell of death dissipates as you approach it, and shifts to almost the smell of blossoms. Instead, you note two things. First, the epitaph carved on the monument's base, which in large letters from here you can read them, reads, Marina, taken by the mists. And then you notice the figure knelt on one knee, paying its respects before the statue.
The mist, huh?
Yeah, Marina, taken by the mists.
Do we say hello again?
The most Canadian group.
Good. There's also treasure, right?
It's your turn, D'Artagnan. Go say hi. Excuse me.
Roger.
I quoted the wrong thing. Lol.
Hello.
He did.
So,
Salutations.
as you approach, the stranger glances over his shoulder and slowly rises to his feet. He is, I'll just describe him so you guys can see who you're talking to here. Actually, do I have a handout for him? Even better. Hello. There we go. So he's dressed in these like silk robes of dark blue on gray, adorned in traditional jewelry and a series of cloak pins, one of which features a large ruby at its center. The man's face is hidden by a large emirati cloth, a kafia, if you will, whatever you call them, draped over his head and held by a crescent copper circle with a jewel at its center. As he lifts his gaze, as you say hello from the ground to meet yours, you recognize his facial tattoos and features belonging to that of those Dusk elves you guys kind of glimpsed over at the other of his handicap way back when. Curiously enough, though, you look for those pointy ears, and you find that either they are missing, or he was born with them chopped off. As you say hello, he says nothing. You see him leave a single viridescent blossom before the Marina's monument as he gets to his feet and slowly turns towards you. Greetings. Friend or foe?
Friend.
Weapons free.
If a friend you may be, then a name you shall have.
Indeed. My name is D'Artagnan.
Casimir.
Pleasure
And
to
he
meet you.
stretches out a hand.
I would stretch my hand.
He grabs your hand and he turns it over, palm up, inspecting it. And then he lets
Okay.
go. What are you doing here?
Eggs.
You're in the wrong place. Do not offend Marina in this way.
Oh, well. We're not in this place. We're in the whole area.
Is Ark like just all the way in the back there? Just fucking...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just
Okay.
hiding away.
Are you actually like stealthing? Should I do that?
I mean, like, no, because I don't want to start any shit.
Okay, cool. I'm just like,
when
is Ark like a
stealth?
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, no,
Ark in the back
everyone
with like
else
a
is
crossbow
"Why?"
pointed at this guy's head, like fucking. Yeah. As he, greets you, his eyes glance from one face to the next before darting to look past you. What is it you said, D'Artagnan, last?
Higgs, you said not to disrespect Marina in such a way.
Yes. No, what is it you said last time?
We're not in this location for her. We're just passing through this area.
Have you known her? And he points toward Marina's gaze.
We know a version of her.
Yes.
Ah, then we are bound with the same fate and same circle of friends. I too knew, he says with a sad gaze, a version of her. Doomed my people for it. The elf reaches to like an inner pocket within his robes.
What do you have there?
He draws out what you thought first was going to be a blade. He draws out a spell book bound in leather dyed a dark magenta and encrusted with garnets of matching color. All the while, his eyes never waver from the spot right behind you, where the fog swirls.
I like to where the fog's swirling.
You roll me a perception check. Okay, 19. Sorry, guys.
Don't ever apologize.
Yeah, don't ever apologize.
I'm sorry.
That's what
That
betas
was
do.
rude.
I'm just setting it to DM only. Or, you know what? I'll just roll an open, but I'll just use the pure stat. So what is it? Oh, +7. Okay. Does it beat a 24? No, it doesn't. Okay. So you see... you're not even sure if it's like an illusion of the fog. This time you've been breathing swamp gas for so long, but you swore in the corner of your eye you saw like a bulbous shape deapparate back into the horizon, into the swamp gas, into the fog, and out of sight. It seems you have attracted the attention of something. Be still and listen. He never wavers his sight from the fog around.
Where's our little plant friend?
Indeed, as you say this, you look around and you don't see Fern until like he leaps out from like over this direction, from the opposite direction here. He seems to be like camouflaging himself. He boops up his head, makes a little, and then like back into the bush.
Damn, gotta find me one of these to take back to the kid. Love it.
Yep.
You can do a nature check to decipher what it is if it's Keith friendly.
Sure.
I'll
Nature
assist.
Check.
Okay, with an assist, I'll make it a 15. So roll with advantage.
That's
Okay.
17.
Yep. So there you go. You can go ahead and read that on your off time or now. It's up to you.
Prize pet, damn right.
I'm reading
They're
that too.
they're omnivores.
Yeah. You kind of
Small steward.
took you a little bit of time of perusing your memory for the species of this thing, but you do recall from days long end you did actually encounter one of these back in Faerun, back in the coast, back in the forest near Daggerford. Indeed, native to swamps. Fuck it, I'm gonna read it too. Might as well refresh myself.
Damn. Does this one look young?
Does this one look young? You're not too sure how big they get when they get adult, so you wouldn't be knowing of that fact. But it seems pretty like juvenile in its nature, whether that is just the general nature of adults or if it is indeed a young one that's not jaded yet. You're not too sure. It's not like it's gonna like do its taxes in front of you or anything. That's you roll a 17, right? Yeah.
Cool.
I like the part where it says if we were dicks to it, it would be dick to us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it removes pestilence and danger from
Law of the
areas.
jungle.
Yeah.
Is this? Can I ask this elf if he's a druid?
No. He flips through the pages and you see that the pages contain runic signs of various spells. Each page has its own spell instructions. They're hands, and in his hand is this almost crystal cone. It doesn't seem very druid-like.
He's a wizard.
Can I try to read the title of the book?
Yes, it's it's written in a,
Spells for fake
it's
druids.
written in a dead language that is nowhere near Elvish. This book was not written by this guy. It has been taken from somewhere else. The only word you can make out reading the book is incantations of Exanther, and then take 2d6 second damage by reading the title. Like
Okay.
as the name kind of rides its way into your mind in translation, into your programming. Like it's like incantations off is fine, and then like the echoes and the intensity of the language just gnaws at you like a claw, and it's just the name Exanther like echoes in your mind. And for a moment there, you see two red eyes stare into your very soul from darkness, and then your senses come back to you, and you're back in the swamp.
I'm gonna relay that experience to the boy.
You're gonna whisper it.
I'm keeping my eyes where the guy's looking.
He still said he's friendly, right?
As long as we don't start something.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like, I don't know, casually bring up the book. That's a pretty cool book there, and then when I was reading the title, I'm gonna say it out loud. So
You gonna say it out loud?
yeah.
So, again, everybody take 2d6 psychic damage, as you all have the exact same experience. And
Ow.
this time, you can actually make out more details of this fiend in the dark. You see its gaunt facial features, its fanged mouth, which is missing some of its teeth here and there. You can smell the rotten flesh, and then it fades. The last you see is two red glowing eyes in the dark before the swamp brings back. Every time you see-
Park, can you not do that again?
Is
I
it just
punch Ark in
showing
the
up?
shoulder.
Is it just showing up in my head like every time I say
Every
his name?
time you do, it's almost like the
showing
swamp
up in all
falls
of our
away
heads, you damn
into
robot.
darkness. It's like if there were candles, it would be blown up. If there was light, it would be dimmed. It's like this dark presence just descends upon you as you utter the name, and it dissipates as soon as you say the last syllable. And the
Okay.
elf seems to be immune to it, or at least pretends like he didn't.
Just say it extremely slowly this time.
Definitely pretends like he didn't,
That was
as he takes 8
weird.
damage.
I'm gonna-
And he looks at you. He looks at you angrily, and he's like, "One should be very careful when using words of power, Warforged, or whatever his piece's name is."
That's a word of power. Can you explain that to me? I don't know what that word of power.
So words of power and spells are
See
typically
that word
just.
again?
Yeah, which one? Exanther.
yeah.
So like words of power typically like a cure wounds is a word of power. It's a verbal if it's a verbal component of a spell that doesn't require components other than the verbal and doesn't require you to do anything somatic. It's just that. It seems that word, whether crafted or ancient, has power behind it, and everything
Yeah,
you
like
offer.
healing
It.
word.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him. What's the meaning behind the word?
Are you deducting your health bit there?
Yep,
Come on.
my temporary HP is 6.
Oh right. You have temporary HP. Good for you. Sorry. What was that?
So yeah, I'm just asking him like, what's with the power word? Like, what does it mean?
Some people study magic for years. Others people take shortcuts. I took a shortcut for a price.
How can I take a shortcut for a price?
You already did.
How can I take another shortcut for a price?
Who? Before I answer the question, who are you?
Definitely not. I'm not gonna say his name.
Definitely not
really want-
Hitler.
I really wanted to.
Oh Christ Almighty, we're retarded.
Someone who's not afraid.
He looks. His eyes dart away from the spot where he was looking, and he looks at you, and he's like, "What makes you think you deserve such power in the first place?" Are you say it?
Yeah.
Okay,
God
so
damn, you're making
roll me
my water
intimidation. Roll me intimidation with that, as everybody takes 2d6 damage.
God
Jesus
damn it,
Christ,
Ark.
man. I love it.
I'm playing my game now, dude.
Sorry, 2d8 6.
So this elf seems to go from friendly to the edge of just survival instincts kick in, and he takes on a hostile pose, and he's like, "I highly advise you stop that." You do spot a slight sense of fear in his eyes, but I mean, at this point, you see a slight spark between his fingers.
I'm gonna get offended by his hostile stance.
You've just dealt like over 16 damage to the man.
And I'm gonna try to like persuade him
How?
into let's see, what am I gonna say here?
Water
Maybe I
all
want
over
it.
my
Maybe I just
keyboard.
want to keep intimidating him.
Okay, so as you keep intimidating him, you hear a whisper in your ear, a familiar mad cackle. Where's that magic? Where's your broom? Where's your broom? Too many magical items for me to browse through. Okay, so remember how I told you you're immune to, not immune to, you have resistance to cold? So that rhyme repeats, but as a verse. The wind and the cold make your flesh gray and old. The sight of your icy glare, my dear, will inspire dread and fear. So, the curse strengthens, and you gain the following effect. Do you want me to whisper to you, or do you want me to just say it?
Just say it. It's fine.
So you gain disadvantage on persuasion and deception checks, but advantage on intimidation checks.
Oh.
Once per day, you can attempt to instill fear in a creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. They might succeed a DC 13 wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. While frightened this way, the target is incapacitated, can't understand what others say, cannot read, and speaks only in gibberish. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a successful save. If the creature's saving throw, it's a frighten. So, and with that, as you hear those words in your head, you make me a charisma check, saving throw rather.
Okay.
I feel bad for this poor guy.
You feel a small part of your life essence, like your soul, if you had one. You fucking soulless bastard. Almost get drawn away.
So, this is the broom that's doing this, right?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It's. I can't say no, but it's more correct than nothing.
Is there something living in the room currently, or is it just that he's like a conduit for whoever decided to give me the ability to instill fear?
This voice speaks in Aran. The language of air and wind. Icy hail.
Interesting. Cool.
The car, you kind of note that, as Ark is intimidating this guy and doing these things, you kind of see how his, not so much skin, whatever he has, his wood turns this, pale blue, and there's this slight glow to his eyes, a cyan glow to his eyes, and there's a hint of a double layer to his voice, as if it speaks through, a long, drawn-out breath. after his words are uttered.
Bro, I think you're getting fucked up.
What'd you say to me?
Just like
I'm
constantly.
gonna look over it. Look
Do you
over
not,
at
like,
Minotaur.
hear it? You don't hear it on your own voice? You don't look at your own skin or something?
Yeah, I'm getting stronger. That's what strength is, okay?
I don't think that's strength right there, bud.
Didn't I just say something about shortcuts?
Delicious. Absolutely delicious this is.
Alright, bro, I guess. Go
That's a good
ahead.
thing you didn't take
Wait,
the
no, I
broom
don't, I
before.
actually don't understand what's going on to me right now.
As you're like intimidating him, you feel the emotions you're feeling just kind of intensify. This negative energy about you, this negative energy, dude, just intensify tenfold. And aside from that feeling of like a part of you just being taken away, far away from here, with a little bit remaining, you just feel, indeed, you feel like just power. Like you feel like you're feared. Yes, fuck yes.
Okay.
Here, I'll make a handout for it, so just as a reminder of the effects. Okay. The elf keeps his stand, and with a 24, he hesitates. He doesn't attack or anything. He's looking about and realizing that he might be more shit than he initially thought. He backs away, fearful. What do you do?
I'm gonna put my hand up. It's fine. Hey, we're all friends here. I come in peace.
You only took half my health. We're all friends here.
I'm still looking at the fog.
Roll me a perception
we-
check with just perception check.
Who, me?
Well,
Okay.
Takar is okay. So
Same
what'd you roll? Last 19. Okay. So again, instead of it being over yonder, where you first spotted it, it seems to have moved like over yonder. For a moment, you see this bulbous shape closer to the ground and closer in height, taller, bigger than you initially thought. Almost make its way out of the fog before dissipating, and the last you hear from it is just like a subtle. You're not even sure if it's like part of the swamp sounds or it was it in the first place. Something stalks you indeed at the edges. As
Stay safe, Fernando.
His arc is doing what? Here? Are you trying to like intimidate him to like tell you shit, or is that it?
I mean, I wasn't actually sure if we were gonna ask him any questions, so I was just kind of doing this to get, the stage set. So yeah, boy. Do we have anything to ask? Now's the time.
If power is what you seek, perhaps he kind of holds his hands up defensively. Perhaps we can talk through this, friend. You and I have more in common than you might think. You are the curious type. Yes, I can see that. You take what is deserved to you. A proposition, friend. Join me in my venture to the Emperor Temple. And power you shall have.
Amber Temple.
Yeah, we were planning on going there after we clean up the hex.
Yeah.
If power is what you seek, power you shall have, but there's no need to tear each other apart here. He giggles very nervously. This guy is... You've never seen an elf nervous before.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. He's not really like putting that much effort into like trying to get me to back down, I guess. Aside from like, coaxing me with Amber Palette Temple, whatever.
Amber Pala Temple.
I am going to
Read his book, dude.
Yeah, just fucking kill us. Do it. Wipe the
Please
party.
Please
Just
don't.
repeat. Yeah, just say the word.
I borrow that book.
No. Roll me intimidation if you wish, but it doesn't seem.
I don't want to.
It's just like he looks to be like hugging it like it's his last line of defense. Like if he gives you the book, it's kind of like a hostage giving up a weapon.
Oh, like he's afraid that I'll.
Oh yeah, he's dead ass afraid of you. He didn't realize that somebody could even read that shit that is written on the book, and when you start reading it, and you're killing him.
I wish I spoke like old god or some shit.
You're dead ass speaking like the language of fucking a dead language that even he couldn't fucking read, apparently. You're slowly killing him, you're slowly killing everybody in the vicinity who can hear it.
I'm gonna try something.
If anything, you're intimidating your fellow fucking party members here.
I'm like, you read it again and punching you.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'll stab you. I'm no shit.
I don't worry. I'm not gonna read the book again. Out loud. At least.
Finally, the warlock shows his true colors. What's that, Satan? Yes!
All right. I'm going to. Oh, actually, I have to double check this.
Stop tapping the table.
What is the? Try to find that room again. Is it disadvantage on persuasion and what?
So, finding the item again, right here. There you go. It is whatever, like, to persuade charismatically and to deceive.
Okay,
You have
perfect. Yeah,
disadvantage,
okay.
but
I wanted to do both, but
you can. You just have a disadvantage on them.
yeah. So I'm gonna try to deceive him, by saying, it's funny you don't know the true power of that book. If you hand it to me, I can show you.
Okay, roll me a normal roll, because that will be advantage by normal, because he just witnessed. Oh, holy shit! What was that? Oh, Google just fucking scared the shit out of me. It just turned on, and talked to me, and there's a voice behind me.
Oh no! Teleports behind you.
So 17, because normal roll, dude. How many times did you roll deception, dude?
Sorry, it was lagging.
Yeah.
Just like,
So like, because he just learned that there's more to this book than he initially thought, and here you are in front of him reading it out loud. So in a way, you're not even deceiving; you're almost saying the truth here. But you know, he doesn't know it. So deception with normal roll, 17 succeeds. Actually, you know what? Let me play this fair. Let's play D&D, shall we? This music is lit. Okay, well that's a natural one. So he, hands slightly trembling but trying to compose himself, he approaches you cautiously, slowly, before handing you the book with its cover face down, so you don't see the name again.
okay.
And as he withdraws back, you see he has one hand behind his back.
I'm gonna glare at Ark, and I'm gonna say, "Don't you fucking read anything out loud."
I'm gonna look over at you and just look at you. That's
Ark,
it.
I swear,
He's
dude.
gonna like bite me, like fucking make me.
So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna like I guess just sense magic and see what kind of magic this.
So
this
you
thing's
don't
pulling out.
so much have to. I guess you don't even waste spell slots on that. But like reading it, you do decipher the language. It is a long-lived language, and the words scrape against you as you take 1d4 psychic damage. Slowly getting used to the language, it seems that every mispronounced syllable hurts you physically. Nonetheless, you do spot a few translations into Elvish, which this elf has inscribed, for a few spells such as, comprehend language, identify protection from evil and good, arcane lock, hold person, locate object, non-detection, polymorph, wall of stone, and other spells. It's a wizard spell book, and there's a whole bunch of other forbidden rituals. The last of which is the exact same ritual found as the cards you're looking over his shoulder, is the exact same ritual found at Tomas' Tome of Binding.
Oh, hey.
This spellbook is yet another Tome of Binding.
Oh,
But unlike
that's
your
why he's
ritual,
going to the temple.
unlike your ritual of binding to, this is binding from, meaning it's meant to release.
okay, interesting. Okay, that's
Should ask
interesting.
him
to
why
know.
he wants to go to the Amber Temple with this book.
You,
Yeah.
the last you see is the occult symbol on one of the notes, an upside down symbol. It doesn't matter. It's a symbol of like undeath.
Ah, the immortal penis.
Oh, so is he trying to live forever? Is pretty much what's happening.
Do you ask him?
I'm not gonna ask him directly. Is there any? So he pretty much translated all the Elvish portions of the book, I'm assuming.
Yeah, in Elvish you can make out one name, in there.
Okay.
A female name, Patrina.
Katrina. Okay, I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Yeah. So like, beside the undeath symbol, so it's kind of like in Elvish, and there's a whole bunch of things circled here and there, but in that language but like reading it further will just hurt you more.
Right. Okay. Did I happen to find anything extra aside from the Elvish that I could
Fair
potentially
point,
like?
because you do read more than the Elvish.
I want to bait over it just a little, like, and be like, if it's a new spell, I can tell him like, I'll translate this for you, etc.
You do. Okay, well, take another D4 psychic damage, just because
Totally fine.
you're reading further into this. It's painful, and this entire time, you are witnessing this entity, sleeping in the darkness, encased in ember, and then the vision fades. And as you do that, you read the instructions for how to release this very entity. It seems that bit is not translated. He couldn't decipher that bit yet, and now you have that to your advantage. You know how to, what is needed
Okay.
for it, etc.
Do I potentially know what this entity is?
No, but you know it's quite vile, and you know that it requires not shredded, like, what do you call it when to take a mortar and pestle? Grinded black pearl, and a small piece of any gem to cast a spell. That's the components to it. That's what you read. That's the information you have on hand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I'm gonna put on a show here.
Okay.
As I was reading the book, I want my eyes to glow, and I want to hold it with one hand open, so it'll look like I'm doing some shit.
Fucking terrifying. Okay.
And then
The card's questioning it. Like, I think the unit is corrupted.
And then I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna close the book, and I'm gonna usher him over.
He cautiously is ushered over, yeah, extending a hand out to grab the book.
So,
Okay, you're just not gonna give me the book.
nope, I'm just gonna hold on to it for a second. Actually, can I like memorize what's in there?
Yeah, sure. I'll see you memorize it. Yeah, you'll have like to like intelligence checks with advantage, but like it's like a DC 5, just for the sake of like, oh, if you rule 4 below with an advantage, then at the moment you can't remember. But yeah, you've remembered it.
Okay, solid. So I'll hand the book back to him.
Okay, cool. So he quickly grabs it, flips to the same page where he was on before, and looking behind the Marina statue, glancing over his shoulder, he begins preparing a spell.
Oh, hold up now.
What are you doing?
Oh,
I'm gonna try to stop. Does he like stop and look at me, or?
Do you wish to seek out power? Do you wish to die here?
Are you leaving to the Amber Temple now?
I must make certain preparations first. He glances over to the statue.
Do you think you have enough time for us to go deal with the hag that live here?
Tell him it's in his best favor to deal with the hag.
You'll have to convince him.
So, as I was saying about I'm just gonna go with the power thing first, just to see where that goes.
With the power thing?
As I was mentioning about the book and its secrets, I was on the spot. There's a lot to this book that you probably don't understand, and before I can go into detail, I need to know, why is this important to you?
First and foremost, friend, if you help me, I will make it worth your time. I promise. He seems to genuinely promise you that. Second of all, you ask him why. That's a good question. I have an answer. Just hold on.
That's
it's
it, though. It's just a good question.
Tom looking at his notes. Well, the one thing I didn't.
No,
prepare
I'm
for.
just skipping through a whole bunch of stuff that's happening in the background. Meanwhile, This, he points to Marina's face. This soul, you know it by another name, I bet. Perhaps she's still alive, if she's so lucky. I knew her as my own sister, Petrina, long ago. The jewel of my people. And, well, the jewel of mankind, and with that, Strahd, by extension, unfortunately. My people do not take too kindly to their, love. He says the word like it's poison. They
Okay.
stoned her to death, executed, saving her from a fate worse than, well, death.
And you're trying to bring her back?
Yes.
Okay. Understood.
She didn't deserve what she got. She deserves a second chance. You know that, like, normal resurrection magic, even the toppest resurrection magic, requires a body to be 100 years fresh. It seems that Marina has died longer than that.
Right.
Not Marina, Petrina. Marina, Petrina rhyme, huh? Cool. Alright, cool.
I'm making my conclusions here that this is an evil book, and he's trying to contact an evil thing to bring back his dead sister.
That is a very fair assumption. He does plan to head up to past the Sling Pass and find the Ember Temple with the intent of finding means to bring back his sister to life and save his people from, well, dying out. For she is the last female. Possibly. Well, I mean, she's not the last female. She is a female, and there's no more females left, rather.
Okay. Question. If I use message and I were to say that book's title, would he take damage?
Yes.
Alright.
That's Casimir Valkov? He?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Alright.
At this time, the car, one last time, roll me a perception check. I'll give you one last chance.
Now watch as I fail hard this time.
What are you trying to perceive?
You fail
There's a thing stalking us.
so hard.
Oh, do I know about that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, you don't know what's stalking you. You just get that the car has a notion. And the Shannon
And the
just
guy
keeps
said you brought something.
you've been followed, and D'Artagnan just was like, oh, it's just Fern. Anyway, Ark, go ahead and finish your thing.
Right. Okay. So, when the time comes, should we decide to go to the Amber Temple with you, I can let you know more of the book's secrets. From what I got, it's mostly spells. From which I assume you know.
You and
Just
I,
have it
friend.
translated.
You and I, friend, can both benefit from each other's service. I'll be quite happy to receive your help if you'll take mine. Strength in numbers. No hard feelings. And he extends a hand forward.
Okay. I'm just gonna nod.
You're just gonna nod.
I'm just gonna nod.
He eyes you with uncertainty, as if like, you know, he's trying to establish trust, and you're not reflecting. And warily, he looks for help from your fellows, and he turns to D'Artagnan.
Ready to fight.
He turns to D'Artagnan.
Draw my sword.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He withdraws.
I'm looking at the fog, dude.
He steps
looking
2
at the
feet
fog.
back, and he just cannot fucking even make out whether to trust you or not. But then, seeing as you cast your eyes, where, D'Artagnan, if you're looking at
The fog.
The fog is everywhere. Where are you casting your eyes?
Where the car is looking.
Where's the car looking?
I was currently looking at the last known location.
Okay, so you both cast your.
Well, now I'm looking around, but
Yeah. Okay. So, but last you look to that location, and your eyes dart around, but still 7 fucking perception. You don't notice anything. And then you
Guess
hear.
perception.
I'm gonna tell the guy to stay closer to us, though.
Yeah, he does not. He's trying to
That's
like
fine.
make peace. You did not shake his hand, and you, in response, drew out a sword.
I wanted to seem like I'm way above him. and
He
that
is
he needs me.
fucking yeah. You're T-posing over him right now.
Exactly.
So D'Artagnan, roll me that perception there, bud. If you so wish. Okay, so from beyond the gas, you hear a disgusting sloshing sound of wet flippers on the mud, and the croak of something humongous. Just this like.
Casimir.
Intruders, trespassers, flies in the web. The child runs but doesn't watch his step.
You hear the sound of a mucousy serpentine tongue whip against your back, D'Artagnan, and the last you just see this like tongue come out of the mist, lash against D'Artagnan's tongue, stick to it, and you see D'Artagnan like whoop
No.
into the mist.
Oh.
D'Artagnan.
Like
Can I make a reaction to cut the tongue?
you will waste your reaction for that turn as everybody rolls. That will be hostile action. That will be initiative if you do that.
I do not cut the tongue.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm just giving you FYI. This is not like the NBA like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Like it's up to you though.
Well, no. Do you guys want me to initiate initiative now or just
The
wait?
thing grabbed you.
Yeah,
Cut
it
it
grabbed
from
you.
I-
Fine.
Do
cut
what your
the
character would do.
tongue.
Okay, everybody roll initiative. I don't know why I'm rolling for you. You can roll for yourself. It's much funner that way. I'm rolling for everybody relevant.
Should I roll? I'll roll my initiative and then roll the hit.
Oh my god, you terrified Casimir to the point where you roll a fucking 2. Oh, look at those low initiative rolls. Holy shit. Okay.
Mark, we can do combos.
Yeah.
Takar, waiting for your initiative roll though. Oh, there you are, 14. Very nice. Who's with you guys here? Among
Myrtle.
you. So
And
Myrtle.
Horngar.
Okay.
Myrtle, Horngar.
Esmeralda is here, but I want her to keep the Sam and Sam safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna be. We're gonna see that you guys left her at the foot of the hill, just because. Just keep watch or something. Where is supporting characters? They're there. So we have Orngard. There we are. We have the Myrtle, which is like on your shoulders this entire time. Cute. Thirsty 3, lol. No. And who else? That's it. I'm not forgetting anybody, right?
No. Just Esmeralda, but she's at home. And the Fern Lizard is staying safe.
Okay, so Orngard is gonna be all the way over here.
Technically, you're missing Sparrow, but like, I
not
guess
playing.
Greg just didn't want to
I'm
wake
not
up.
playing for Sparrow.
I feel like Greg's not even here.
Can we?
Shit
tag?
happens.
Hold on, let me tag him. Maybe he. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I'll
he's
just
still
tag him.
asleep. Maybe he didn't show. Who knows? I'm guessing you stayed up super late last night after D&D. How late did you guys stay up afterwards, Matt?
No, he went to bed.
No? Okay.
I haven't slept yet.
You guys want me
Damn,
to
dude.
play for Sparrow?
No.
Okay.
No, just play.
So and then that will be it. Myrtle rules, and Myrtle is not a drawing. Myrtle is like tone. Rolls initiative. Oh, look at that. Okay. And this thing rules initiative. Hello. Hi there. Notice me, senpai. And it gets a bonus round because surprise. Fucking 3 times fail. Yada yada yada. Skip through that. Perception checks. Yeah. So you hear this whipping sound as the croaking of frogs and chirping of crickets fall silent, and the stench of decay grows strong. You start to hear the trudge of heavy footsteps throughout the mud and water to the south as they begin to ascend the hill. Yeah, so you heard this thing like call you intruders, trespassers, rhyme about flies in the web and a child that runs but doesn't watch his step. As D'Artagnan, as you take your reaction, I'm gonna have it take its action first because it has surprise, and then you'll have immediately. You don't have to wait for your turn for this to take place. Music, ambiance. There we are.
Oh, dude, you should play the Yoshi noise for the tongue.
So you feel yourself glued to the thing and dragged back toward clasping keen claws. You slam against the soft belly of an oversized monstrosity. Two huge, bulbous eyes stare down at you with blank and empty expressions.
Intruder, trespasser, behold tonight's dinner. Your reward is to be my most delicious dinner.
The giant amphibian thing opens a maw, showing 2 rows of saw-like teeth.
Jesus fuck.
Make me a strength save.
Yep.
Big boy. Big boy.
Has 28.
Okay, so you are pulled, but you are not grappled. You are
Okay.
just at its feet over here. As it makes a bite attack against you. 27 fucking hit, yeah. Does a 20 hit?
No.
Okay. So
fat toad.
the fat thing just encapsulates the top half of D'Artagnan in small, and it gives it a bite. But then you can just hear like from within your hear like a oh as it like breaks a tooth on your armor. And then you take your reaction. You're like in its maw. The tongue
do
is
I
like
even
flicking-
have to roll to hit,
Yes.
even though I'm
Try to
inside
get
of
the
it?
tongue. Try to get the tongue specifically.
I'm aiming for the tongue. Should I use the sword or the spear, guys?
You don't have to
You said
choose
your
quickly.
sword.
Miss. So you go to hit it, but as you swing, the tongue reflexively wraps around your sword and then like swallows it.
Wow, if only the sword was sharp, it might have cut the tongue a little.
You do see like blood swell at the throat where it
Could I,
cut
like
through and
cast
through.
Thunderous Smite on it as it fucking touches the sword?
It has to be on a hit, technically.
Boring, but fine.
Besides,
It's kind of like you didn't match reaction time before it was out of your grasp. It's still within your reach, but he like swallows it and it gets lodged in his throat, and you just hear it like cough, and then it just
I should have used my breath weapon.
regurgitates you like back on the ground. You're covered in slime as it's trying to like cough out his sword now lodged in his throat. Myrtle,
Choke on that, you fucking frog.
lol. Puns are funny. Supporting characters, Myrtle. There she is. Can't cheat. Do you want to give her any commands, or I'll just do her own free action?
Do her own free action.
Okay, so that'll be 32 health. Okay, cool. Every time I have to change her, whatever. So she's gonna jump down from. No, actually, no. She's gonna stay on your shoulders, elevated. She's gonna look at this thing and open her eyes, horrified, as she casts Sanctuary on D'Artagnan. So you see like this ward kind of form at your chest, this glowing rune that encapsulates your form. So until the spell ends, any creature who targets you with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effect spells such as explosions.
Cool.
If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, the spell ends. It's more like a protected ward than anything, but yeah.
So if I attack, it goes away?
Yes. But like for the time being, you are protected and good. Because this thing eyes you angrily as it's trying to like cough out your sword, and it's gonna angrily like go for you, but then looking at the sigil, its eyes just gonna go like reverse crossed, and it looks very confused, as it like instead like just shadow steps, losing its attack and just shadow steps 30 feet. That will be... Yeah, okay. You just see it like meld into shadows and then like appear behind you. The car, make me a DC 15 strength saving throw.
DC 15 strength.
As in that one, baby.
That's a nat
Oh,
one.
the tongue.
Its tongue, it's
It's
caught in
11.
its throat, and it's so
Yes!
it didn't even you
Dial
failed
need
the
the strength.
save, but it didn't even fucking hit you in the first place. Yeah, it seems to be struggling.
sword
with
is-
it.
I was
Totally
so
cutting
ready to
its
just
throat
whip
open.
Myrtle off my body.
Strap a bum to Myrtle, whip her into the frog. Go get it, Myrtle.
Alright.
I need to make some grenades.
You do. The car, your turn.
D'Artagnan just explodes.
I
Well,
am going
frog's
to...
dead.
I'm gonna cast... How big is this? No, I don't want to do it now. Do I want to do it now? No, I'm not gonna do it now. Can I do... I want to do Wall of Fire. Doing a ring. But the inside is the hot part.
Okay. So you see like this just plum of fire descend from the very skies, like a spear of fire just descend and form a ring around this creature. Go ahead and read it to me, please, as I look for the token. Just as a
You create
refresher.
the Wall of Fire. It's up to 60 feet. I just want to make it circle him.
Mhm.
And then you choose which side takes damage. And I'm choosing the inside takes damage.
Okay, roll for damage. It will roll for its save, correct?
Yeah, deck save. Deck save.
Okay.
It is 5d8. There. And now it is all lit up too, and he can't see through the fire.
Cannot. So it makes a 19.
And I make it 20 feet high.
So, do you know how to do your spell save DC?
Oh yeah, right, the thing.
Does it rule? Because you added the spell card, but you didn't rule the spell actually. So your spell DC is 8 plus your Wisdom modifier plus your proficiency, which is a 1d6.
Yeah, right now it's... Yeah, it says attack, that's weird.
What is your Wisdom modifier? I'll just do it now.
So it's 11 plus the d8.
What's the modifier?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 11 plus d8. Okay, and that will be 1d6 for your proficiency. Spell save is
It's d8.
12. d8.
Yeah.
I'll reroll. That's only fair. It's still at 1. So that's 12. It saves, so it takes half of.
Of 34.
Okay.
And it's fire damage.
Fine. You hear a shriek in panic as it burns. For 17 damage. Nice. Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow. Okay, cool. You smell this like gross smell of burnt amphibian D'Artagnan. Unless you want to do anything else, Icar.
Bonus action? No. Actually, no. We're good.
Okay. D'Artagnan.
Oh, well, it's in a circle.
And you can't see through the circle.
No.
It's also 20 feet high and one foot thick.
If I were to, like, fly over it, would I still take heat damage?
Depending on how high you fly. Because it is 20 feet high.
Okay, let's see here.
I don't think you have 20-foot range attack.
I have wings, sir.
Are you gonna go
That's
into
not-
the 34 damage fire damage
No,
circle?
I'm not gonna go into the fire damage.
Then you don't have a weapon.
Let him
that
do.
can hit
Let him
the
do what he
damage.
wants to do, dude.
I have a gun.
Do what you do.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say you have gun.
He has a gun. He has a spear. He doesn't do what he wants to do.
Do what you want to do.
God. I'd like to fly above it and shoot it, please.
Okay, so you fly 30 feet up. Your yabouts. 30 feet up. As you aim down, go ahead and roll me with that to hit. That hits.
There it is.
So you hit it for, as the flintlock goes bang, you hit it for 6 damage.
Okay.
Okay, at this point, Ark, go ahead.
I'm gonna do Toll of the Dead.
Wisdom.
Yeah. You also got to fly up too.
That's a natural 1.
Nice. So you take 16 damage.
You will have to fly up to see it. So.
Oh, like, okay, yeah, it's fine. I've got my broomstick, so
Okay.
just hover up.
You equip the broomstick with its ever familiar cold touch, and you are
Every fucking time I just assume what you look like and it makes me laugh.
like a witch.
Yeah.
It's a weird robot witch thing.
It's still a witch. Right, so you fly up like yabouts. It's like 50 feet flying, so you can fly to wherever you want. You can move your own token at this point. You are high enough to take damage from this fire. As you hit it for 16 necrotic, you see its mucousy flesh at the top of its head singe and then like just peel off this disgusting loose mask over its eyes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
If I had mate in, I'd slap it. Anyways,
okay.
that's it for me. Actually, doing that, I'm gonna fly back a little. Just a little afraid of a retaliation.
Sure. It doesn't see you if you fly there, so that's a good call. Oh, it's the Warrens. That's what I'm looking for.
I knew this was Dark Extension.
Yeah. I like ambiance. So at this point, you hear something behind you, Myrtle, Ark, and Car. From like behind you, sloshing of mud, you note bloated gray shapes shamble out of the fog. 7 distended human corpses rise up from the mire 60 feet from the south. The corpses look like Barovian commoners. They walk slow and lumber to and through towards you guys. I'll spawn them in. I mean, they're already spawned in, but I'll unstealth them. They're over yonder.
Damn, some zombos.
Yes, so they're each gonna shamble ever so slowly towards you guys, closing in. Now and then their flesh twitches and their joints crack as the bones almost break apart from how fragile they are. But yeah, they're making their way in. Casimir, expecting this, you see the elf flip through his page, and with an effortless motion, he opens the spellbook to a page in one hand and flipping to a page featuring arcane sigils of frost and ice magic, and with the other hand he gesticulates the precise motions with practice dexterity. A translucent cone forms in his palm, and as he forms a fist, the cone shatters. He utters a word of power, and the cone shatters into 100 sharp shards which shoot forward as they whistle toward the shambling dead. A gust of frigid wind follows. The shards puncture and lacerate through flesh, embedding deep within muscle, freezing and shattering at the targets. So he's gonna go ahead. First and foremost, I'm gonna open his character sheet. Step 1. I already have it open. It was minimized. There it is. That's why I couldn't see it. So that's a lot of dice. That's a Constitution saving throw. 60 foot, so it's gonna hit this one and this one. Okay. Dun, dun. Sorry, Roll20 is being a little bit slow. So one fails and one saves. Okay, so one of them outright gets obliterated. This one over here. And as it does so, it bursts and... You see these like white maggot-like, almost like quarter-foot long worms burst out of its body and crawl down onto the mud where it stood. The other one saves, taking half of 38, which is quick maths. It's barely standing on its feet. All right, everybody still here?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, just rhythm went quiet there for a second, so I'm just making sure. Token. There we are. Okay. That's Casimir, and he is going to step to take cover behind this statue here. Hongar drawing out, almost said Old Faithful. Drawing out his sword, he is going to open his character sheet.
Did you give him back Platinum Vengeance?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's going to draw out Platinum Vengeance, whisper a prayer as blade glows, and he's going to just charge the undead over here, charging it forward, swinging once, and probably twice if he's going to hit. Oh my fucking god. I forgot how powerful he was! So he's going to outright cut it in half. And again, I'm going to roll that 1d2. And as he cuts it in half, again, the spray of maggot-like beings just sprays forth. I'm going to go ahead and roll with them separate initiative. Okay. He moved like 20 feet, so for an additional 10, he's going to go ahead and change target to this one over here. Over yonder. Okay. Whose turn is it? Myrtle. A lot of NPCs. I'm sorry. Myrtle is going to... By the way, I guess you're not longer in Sanctuary because you shot. So, seeing how she's wasting her spells on you, she's going to... Shield is a reaction, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck it. That is not her character sheet. I was like, she doesn't have a magic missile. What am I looking at? Yeah. At this one over here. Hits for 15. As the zombie gets hit by this projectile, it starts to glow from within, and now and then you can see the light get obscured by a writhing mass from within. Yeah.
That's just nasty.
Yes. Indeed. It is. Okay. So this croaking being, you kind of hear him like moan inside the fire as he's shielding. Does he take damage when... How does that work? When he ends his turn there?
I'm pretty sure, and...
Yeah, ends turn.
Ends turn? So he's gonna fucking... Obviously he's gonna
Jump
walk
20
out.
feet up. That
He's
takes
gonna-
the damage.
Huh?
Going in through the fire takes damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage again.
Hold on. I'm gonna reread it just to make sure.
We
One side of the
changed
wall
the
selected.
ruling on it. It was whenever you ended
I'm
your
not-
turn inside of it, or goes.
When it enters the wall for the first time, and it technically is going through a firewall.
Right.
Now, first time on a turn, or ends its turn there.
Creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. Yeah, so it's gonna shield its eyes and just brave the fire and just see this humongous thing walk toward Myrtle and look at it angrily and too stupid to realize that it's not her who cast it, and he's gonna fucking rage. And does a 21 hit against Myrtle? Sure does. Myrtle makes a strength save.
Can I grab the tongue?
Yeah,
So, like, did it, like, finally
You
get
didn't-
the sword out of its throat?
that's a natural 1. What? The tongue is bloodied. The sword is still lodged in his throat, but it's not. Yeah,
At least Myrtle has something to hang on to.
Myrtle takes 6 necrotic damage as she is pulled toward its maw and attempts to grapple. DC 15. So that's another strength save on Myrtle. Cool. He just bites down, and Myrtle's shoulder and arm are lodged in his throat, and then looks at you, Takar, and looks at the fact that you're unarmed, and it laughs. This
Give me
croaky
one
laugh.
moment.
So it laughs, this croaky laugh, and it just starts making its way away from Takar.
Okay, just give me one moment.
We will do Takar's turn after this. D'Artagnan.
Hi. I'm just gonna like scoot over so I'm above it.
Okay.
I would like to do like a fly down plunge attack with my.
Yep.
So I will.
Hits.
25 hit.
Yep.
Cool. And we're gonna use smite on.
Fired and back.
So that will roll damage.
What happened to my turn? What?
We'll do your turn after this. I just didn't want to.
That's
Oh.
I know, that's what I assumed.
Okay, so that is a whooping 17 damage as your radiant strike. Did you do any special smite or just divine smite?
Just divine smite.
Awesome. So it hits it. You managed to hit it right in that soft spot where its flesh has kind of slothed away for 17. Oh my god.
And I do it again.
Do it again.
Is that hit? Okay.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah, sorry. I was just applying damage.
Divine smite again.
As long as you're using no spell slots, eh?
Yep. Just about to do that.
I don't think you can use divine smite twice. No, you can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You're just using up slots.
Alright.
21 damage.
My bonus action, I'd like to cast Bane on it.
Link it?
Right there. Is it?
It's not a bonus action. Unless you
Oh, fuck.
can make
Sorry.
it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, cool. And you are.
However,
Mhm.
I would like to ready Thunderous Smite for my next turn. I don't think I can do. Never mind. I had my turn.
Okay. So you are about 10 feet above it, hovering with your wings. Takar.
And I'll go over to it. And I'm gonna uppercut it with my fists.
Just your fist. Nice. Okay.
With my because I have the claw thing.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll to hit.
Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, it still works with an uppercut in a sense.
Sure.
Which I'll do this. I think
Yep.
that means when I hit.
When I hit, you have to hit first, though.
Yeah. Alright. Cool Remoraz fists, go.
It hits. As with a flashing light and searing heat, you plunge right into its flesh, dealing
And
Wipes.
add 3d8.
wipe psychic.
Because that's my divine strike.
Flying smite
Once
or
per
divine
turn.
strike? Oh,
There's divine strike as well.
Oh, wow. Okay, Jesus.
Once per turn.
Very nice. Wait, is that? Oh my! Oh,
Plus the 14.
Okay. You bash it in, and you see its eyes like flare up and glaze over, and as it slacks its maw, and the last you hear it say is, "I was supposed to be a boss fight," as it lets Myrtle go and just falls to the ground dead.
Good riddance.
Damn right, boy.
The thing is dying. It is on the floor dying. It's in its death rattles, and you kind of hear it rhyme, laughing to itself, rhyme over and over in its madness, like, you know.
Without a word seldom heard, Banderhobb creep from shadows deep in voiceless night, when stars alight upon the bleak and moonless blight.
It just rhymes as it's dying.
But it is dead.
Yeah, no, for the sake of combat, yeah.
Right.
Roleplay, my
I
man.
was like, or else it's blind, dude.
Huh?
I was like, or else it makes the Constitution save and be blind.
Yeah, I won't even bother with that because it's not gonna get up and ever. So, ever. Arc.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot things. Let's fly over here, and then we'll just Eldritch Blast the zombie in front of me. That one.
Split.
Two bolts sail, hitting both times. Doesn't matter what damage you roll. Even if you roll once, you disintegrate it. It only has 3 health. As you do, it splits apart, and with a moan, the flesh becomes slack, and the zombie dies from within. Writhe out. A swarm of like these poisonous looking snakes. Oops. Hashtag
Oh, I
deleting
guess I should
fucking
also-
tokens. Alright,
Bonus action, turn off my fire. This fire.
okay. Okay. Is that anything else on your turn, Ark?
Yep, that's it for me. Still floating in the air though.
Okay, cool. You are, I'm gonna say, like 30 feet in the air. Okay. Cool. On guard.
Keep at it, homeboy.
You got it.
Kia. What other spells do I have? I don't even need spells. What the fuck do I need spells for? Fucking horn guard, dude. I fucking need smite against fucking zombies. If I fucking gave him divine channel divinity, eh?
Nice.
So yeah, no, he cleaves that one in half, and roll 20 will roll me a coin. Cool. More poisonous snake will slither out from the corpse as the husk falls down over. Honguard, use 10 feet. Oh yeah, you can totally fucking go for a second swing. Let's go. Just like mowing them down. Like, y'all mind if I hit for fucking 18 against a zombie and instantly decapitated because 17 plus 15. This is balanced. All right, cool. This one dies. And 1d2. Alright. Casimir. Casimir. You have so many spells to choose from. Ooh boy. Yeah, so Casimir is gonna, you see, like, with an effortless motion, the elf turns the pages of his spellbook until he lands a finger down upon one featuring flaming sigils that begin to smolder and spark to his touch. He lifts his hand, and a levitating bright marble of light flashes at the fingertip. The smell of sulfur fills the air as he sends the marble streaking past you guys. It sails several feet through the air before, with a roar, explodes in a plum of flame. C14.
Fireball.
Okay, so what's the range of that? 20? Alright, hitting this, and this zombie. It was pretty much detonating on this zombie, and from him. The zombie fucking dead ass makes. Okay, well, they have to make dexterity save there. Okay.
Dexterity.
Let's go. -2 dexterity. Let's go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 20.
That doesn't matter, because it's half health. Oh, why am I making him make a save? He has 10 health left. Okay, cool. And then Swarm of Poisonous Snakes makes a save as well. Swarm of Poisonous Snakes. Do you have any resistances? Probably not. Oh, you do. Cool. But not from this.
Poison.
Fails. How much was it? 23? Okay. Well, this one dies. Coin flip. Coin flip surprise. Technically, the thing inside it will take damage too. Yeah. Okay, cool. And that's it for Zombos, so I don't have to worry about initiative. And all 3 take 23 damage. Okay. Oh, it's turn 2. Really wish I had like a co-DM sometimes, you know? Do the math on the side. That'd be nice. But anyways, the slithering masses all unite as one, and they slither toward you. No, Ark is airborne, so they slither toward the closest target, which is Myrtle. And one of them slithers toward D'Artagnan, kind of atop the corpse.
Smart snakes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. They can occupy a space. So this one doesn't. Do they have to be in 0 range to attack? They do. Okay. So this one, the snakes writhe up onto Myrtle and begin to bite her.
No.
19 hits for 19. Okay. Cool. And makes ADC. Oh wait, she has to make it a C for the full damage. Constitution save. Okay, let's go Myrtle. Constitution.
Do it, Myrtle. Do it.
Cool.
Yes.
So she doesn't take the 17.
She's back to 21.
Come on now. Yes, 24. Thanks. Just verifying. Okay. Fucking D'Artagnan. Oh, D'Artagnan's in the air. Okay, Takar then.
Yeah. That's why I thought you said riding on the body. I was like, oh, they're gonna fucking jump at D'Artagnan?
Ooh. They stopped writhing on the body. That's the
Yeah,
turn.
I'm sorry.
Do it. If I had my sword, I could do a riposte, but I cannot because the sword is inside Frog. Sad.
Oh yeah, we have to get that.
I hope snakes can pierce plate armor.
Myrtle struggles against the snakes. It doesn't seem to hit anything.
No.
Takar, it's your turn.
Hey, there's a bunch of snakes on Myrtle.
Oh wait, no, Rock Crab's actually reached the target. Rock Crab actually reached the target. Okay, let's go here. So you see in the distance, Hongard is struggling with something, panicking. You've never seen Hongard scared.
Is it a giant house?
On guard, you good?
Can I see anything from up here?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, can I see Horngar?
Yeah, you can see Hongard. Takar.
How many snakes are on Myrtle?
Whole swarm full. You can't count.
Can I like grab her and pull her out of it and put her on me?
That would move the swarm with her.
Dang it. I'm going to...
You know what? Make me... It won't be like sleight of hand. Pick a skill that applies and tell me how you do it, and I'll allow it. To, like, grab her out of the swarm, pretty much.
I was like, I want to say, like, athletics of just grab and grow.
Sure,
Strength.
punching the snakes apart and trying to, like, dig her out of that, yeah. Mind you, like, this is a big enough swarm to encapsulate a whole person. Like, from the inside out, how the zombies were. Yeah, that'll work. You managed to grab her out and put her, like, on your shoulders, yeah.
Yeah. Can I still do an action, or is that...
Yeah, you can do an action. That was a checks are not actions.
Alright. We'll do this. We'll do a big old moo. They have to make a... ignore that psychic damage. Because I don't think this counts as melee.
What's the save? Constitution?
DC 15 Constitution.
In a what range? 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back at Remy.
What's the C? 15?
15. If they
Once...
pass, they take 0.
So this one passes. The one that's crawling up gets...
11 radiant.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ignore
Moo,
the
and it's him to hiss back.
Ooh.
And you see a good chunk of the swarm just kind of fall over, limp, and just a mass at the feet of his corpse.
And then I will do bonus action Shield of Faith on Myrtle.
Myrtle. Plus 2 to AC. Okay. D'Artagnan.
Oh, boysies. Where exactly is Myrtle in that mess?
On
She's
Chigar's
on
shoulders.
Oh, I see, yes. I'd like to, like, pivot just over here.
Yep.
And I would like... Can you pull up the cone for my breath weapon?
What is it, 15 foot?
Yes.
So it's gonna be like this. I'll show you. I'll draw it. Depending where you're aiming, but I'm guessing you're aiming like this, it's gonna be one.
I just want to, like, not hit the car and Myrtle, but I want to hit 3 stacks of snakes.
That's it.
Cool.
Technically it's like this too, but whatever. There's no enemies there.
Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna find it. Boom. Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Just roll things. What's the save there, Eric?
D20, baby.
Give me that save modifier. Why D20?
Oh, what do I roll?
Hunter. First, roll me a save. 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus, which is a 1d8.
I don't know how to do that. That's weird. 8 plus con modifier.
Okay, let me play your character for you then. What's your Constitution modifier?
4.
4.
I'm sorry, 2.
2.
And
Is
then
it really
the
1d8, Trent?
Yeah, we're because we hit level 9 or whatever.
Oh yeah, you did. So that's a 16 for the save. Well, they're not gonna make that. And your damage there is 2d6. Oh.
yeah, I can do that.
3d6.
3d6.
Because 6th level.
Right. So 13 if they fail, or half. And it is a Constitution save. Okay, cool. So that is 3 swarms.
And they gotta beat 16.
One of them did. This one over here is ever resilient. Those 2 did not. Well, this one dies outright. This one dies outright. And this one takes half of 13, 6. Okay.
6.5 here.
Okay. And then the grubs do the exact same thing. A Constitution saving throw. Remember 3.5e when like swarms were vulnerable to AoE?
Oh my god, they were like super vulnerable.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, the grubs as well get frosted and damaged, and some of them freeze in place and die. Anything else you wish to do on your turn? Good hit.
No, that will be it.
Okay. You
Oh,
remain.
actually, can I move over to Horngar?
Yeah, sure.
Where is Horngar?
He's underneath these guys.
Okay.
Sorry, I had something at my door. You move over to where are you? I don't see
I
you.
think that's in range, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So arc. 30 feet above, you see this entire battlefield. So.
I am strong as fuck. Let's do this. Although I'm not gonna lie, what the fuck are these again? These are
The rot grubs. There's like a swarm of these maggoty, gray blue worms that are like about a quarter foot long each, and that move like a writhing mass with.
And they're going inside Hornguard.
Wait, where's Horngar?
Hornguard is over
Where
here.
they're
Oh, I didn't see him because he's covered. Oh fuck. Alright, I'm gonna zip.
Hornguard, you've never seen Hornguard scared before, but he seems to have recognized what they are, and is working very hard to try and get him off.
I'm gonna zip zam doodle over here.
Actually, you hear him scream fire. That's the one word over and over again. Just in
Okay.
panic.
Fire, fire, fire!
If I use any of my fire spells, he's gonna die.
Thank God my horns are on fire.
But I hear that, and let me just look at my shit for a second.
Let me just cast Wall of Fire on top of Hornguard. Just bird Hornguard alive.
I'm going to pass Homie Gar a torch.
Okay, is it lit?
No,
Oh,
I
have
don't
torches.
have a
Gra-
tinderbox,
he-
dude.
He grabs it and
I
looks at you like, expecting like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? He starts like bludgeoning himself with it.
I have torches. I can light a torch on my turn.
Yeah, for now, what I'm just gonna do is Hornguard's pretty hurt, right?
You can't really tell if he's hurt or not because he's
Oh yeah,
undead.
you're right. You're right. All right, I'm just gonna fucking.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
could I use a reaction to catch the torch and light it?
I'll throw it to D'Artagnan, and
Can you
then
not?
You
Light
can
it
use
on
a
your turn.
reaction only if you prepped it beforehand. In
I
that
see.
manner.
I don't have a tinderbox. I don't have anything to light it.
You
So
have Firebolt.
I don't.
You don't have Firebolt? I
No.
thought you had Firebolt.
No,
I
he's not a legionnaire, dude.
I have fucking Sacred Flame.
Right.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna Sacred Flame the little horde here.
Roll the hit.
The best spell. It doesn't roll the hit.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. Natural 20 hits! Hits and crits!
Yeah, it's a dexterity save, not
That is amazing. So...
1 second.
Okay. It's not very,
so
it's not a very dexterous creature as it's too busy
So just
trying.
an FYI, I have to go in 20 minutes.
Okay. So, yeah, it hits, and you absolutely decimate the creatures on his body. The flame just burns Hornguard as well as he makes a dexterity save, but nonetheless, yeah, the swarm is gone. He does not save against a 20, taking 24 damage.
Shit.
But he forgives you.
Can I He doesn't. Does he?
Wait,
He
what the
takes
hell?
healing, right?
What do you mean he takes healing?
Heal him.
You can take healing, yeah. It doesn't like damage him or anything. It's not like 3.5e where it's like negative energy is damaged by healing.
Well, I have 0 hit die, so I can't actually use any use anything to help him. But yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I have cure wounds, but like that's not a bonus action, so I'm done my turn.
Hornguard is you see the flame dissipate, and he looks at you very thankfully, and regenerates 10 hit points at the start of his turn.
Beautiful. It doesn't even matter.
The flesh stitches itself slowly as he regains back health and re-equips his sword, and looks at this swarm of frog here with absolute hate, and he goes around it toward the snakes.
Why does he hate it?
Huh?
Is there like a... Do we
He's
know
avoiding
why
it. He's avoiding it like it's the plague.
I'm guessing there's a reason behind it. We'll ask him later.
He tells you, like, he passes by you and he points at them. He's like, "Do not let them touch you." Like, he has a ton.
Those things.
He can't go into specific, but he has some experience with them from before.
Gotcha. Okay. Wait. Did
Yep.
Greg torture him with these?
No.
No, Greg didn't torture him.
Would be a
Greg
great
wouldn't have
thing to
tortured him.
do. Okay. Right, Casimir. Let's go. Just gonna snipe from behind the statue there. He's gonna come, and he's gonna pew at this thing, hitting for. What's the save? 10 force against what?
It's an automatic hit. It just
Is it?
deals 10 force damage. Yeah.
You create 3 glowing darts of magic. Each dart hits a creature at your choice. You can see. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Magic missile's really strong.
Oh. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. It's just I've never seen a
Eventually-
spell that like doesn't save. That's very cool.
Yeah. Magic missile is one of the most annoying things to ever play against.
A good thing hags have them. Okay. Swarm of poisonous snakes is gonna go ahead and ride up you. Kia, the car. That's a 16 hit.
No.
They're gonna ride up you anyways. Myrtle is gonna attempt to stab because technically she is in your. Technically, you cannot have a creature in your space during combat.
No, she's allowed.
But she's within 5 feet of him, even if she's not within this space. So, yeah. Versus a 14, actually, and it hits. Please roll a natural 20. Oh wait, you didn't roll a natural 20. Okay. Cool. That's Myrtle's turn. Swarm off rock grubs. Hello. Cannot occupy the same. Okay. Can I roll high, please? Alright. Fine. They're taking this airborne. Everybody's airborne. Everybody's just fucking cheesing it. Alright, well, rip.
From all
Oh,
range
God.
in one campaign to all flying in another.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in the other campaign we're on top of a building shooting things. Because all we have are bow people.
Okay,
Jeez,
well, roll
what-
grabs are useless this round. The car.
Can I push ourselves close to the horn guard? Like there?
Yeah. You will bring the swarm. No.
That's fine by me. That's
you
what I
will.
want.
You will take an attack of opportunity from the swarm.
Alright.
Actually, no. They
Well, they're
occupy.
on
They don't. They don't. They don't grapple. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can. You can go closer to Vanguard.
I'm gonna moo again.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does.
Make me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, take.
Take 2 piercing damage as they sting at your ankles.
And then they both, the thing on horn guard and the snakes on me. Oh wait, are the snakes not on me?
They're not on you. They can't. But whatever.
Dang it.
They only occupy space. But
Alright, then the rot grubs on our boy.
yeah, you know what?
make
Fuck it.
a-
I'll rule if they are on you because I did kind of say that they're writhing against. Yeah, whatever. I know the rules don't, but I make the rules. Yeah, they're on you.
I thought they were just like swarming on me.
Yeah, they are. They're clinging on you, biting at you.
Alright, then both of them make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Full damage. Oh, as if.
Well,
Hey,
half damage,
just
right?
No damage. It's a
What is it?
what's your
What
name?
I don't know what you. I don't know what you cast. Doesn't
Word
show.
of Moo.
Oh, Word of Moo. Oh, Word of Radiance is right there.
Six radiant damage to the rock.
Against the rock grubs. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. D'Artagnan.
Oh, also, I'm still concentrating on the spell.
D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm gonna stab. Oh, sorry. This thing.
Okay.
Stab.
Hits. Roll above 3 at this point. Cool. Yep. You stab Hornguard as well with your piercing, but
Oh,
again,
sorry. I still had Divine Smite toggle. Ignore the radiant.
I will. Okay. Cool.
So,
Anything else?
I'll take 7 temporary HP.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Nah.
All
I'll
right,
just scoot
I
scoot over
am-
here. Actually, I'll scoot over here.
I am going to shoot up the snakes with another sacred flame.
It hits.
Yoga flame.
Hit above a 5. Okay, that's a lot of damage. That's more than 5.
Yep.
Cool.
Shit, hitting go hard now.
Hunter, what time do you have to leave it again?
I got 10 minutes.
The car, make me a dexterity save, DC 18.
Dexterity save.
Take 18 radiant damage.
I'm gonna roll a lucky. I'm just gonna take that 18.
radiant damage. Swarms, man, they're a bitch. They're a bitch. I know.
I've
okay.
hurt 2 of my companions today.
Ow.
No,
Well,
you know
at
what?
least I
Fuck
got
it.
to feel the.
Out of initiative. So,
Oh, that boy.
yeah, what about him? So, alright, so you check yourself, so you're all good. And then you find Casimir has collapsed onto the ground. And he's like clutching at his stomach.
Casimir, you good?
He like looks up at you from a distance and just like slowly shakes his head.
I grab the torch out of Hornguard's hand and light it.
Okay.
Firebolt, and I run over. I don't know how this is gonna help you at all, but
He, as soon as you approach within him, he reaches out for the torch.
I give him the torch.
He like sinks the torch into a deep wound in his gut, like while it's on fire, and you just hear the sizzle, and you see him clench his teeth as things from within give a slight as they die, and then like you see from the wound like crawl out these grubs, dead, and then he sharply throws the torch away, and he curses in Elvish, and gets up.
That was a fast field medicine of 14.
Station
Uh,
bomb.
So with a 14, you can tell that rock grubs, that's what they do. They burrow into your flesh, and you have a small window before they burrow too deep. And you're not too sure what happens afterwards, but probably nothing good.
Probably.
Wait, so he's got rock grubs burrowed deep in his body?
He took the torch out of the car's hand, and he immediately like applied it to the wound, and you heard like a squeal, a wretched squeal from within as these rock grubs like fled and burnt and died, and just oozed
Flying
out of the wound.
over. And I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna do this. Hold up.
Inflict wounds. Like fucking.
Read the name again. I'll grab you out of the goddamn air.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, fucking god.
Alright, well, I'm gonna sit him down and go to his wounds.
Are you doing what I'm thinking you're doing?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna cure wounds.
Jesus.
Uh,
Good fight.
Oh my god, you're gonna message him the name.
Yeah. So yeah, you. That's 14 plus 9. Ooh, that's good.
And they're already stitched up wounds that I did.
That's full health. Yeah, he's back to full health. That's just enough peace for him having survived a fight and you actually tending to his wounds. You see the lizard, Fern, kind of run out of from being from the bush and make its way, and it starts like gnawing and consuming the dead, cooked grubs.
Oh, you're absolutely disgustingly adorable.
Yeah.
D'Artagnan, don't forget your sword.
I know. I go over and got the frog.
Got him. Oh. Could just like open his mouth and retrieve, like you got him. You split open his lower jaw into 2 parts and dissect him and
I take the tongue as a trophy.
okay. It is effectively a whip.
I have a whip.
I will add that to your sheet.
You're gonna nay-nay.
My shield is now called Nene, Tom.
No, it has a name.
I mean, it
already.
makes sense, dude.
No, it is in my possession, and therefore I can name it whatever.
You can.
He's not lying.
That's the worst part of yeah, you can. You now have a whip. Are you familiar with a whip?
No,
Works.
never used a whip.
A whip.
Well, not in game at least.
A whip has slashing damage. Is 4 plus T8. It has a. Why does it not say it? Oh, range. There it is. 15 feet. 15 feet reach. Or is it 10?
Quit.
No, it's 15. Yeah. So that's what it does.
Cool.
You can name it however you want on your sheet. I'm not gonna play your character for you, but that's there. It's there. Do you need to go at this point?
Yeah, I should probably get heading out.
Okay.
Sorry,
we
I have
can,
to leave, guys.
We'll
But,
keep playing, and you can watch the rest of the recording. And,
Yeah,
and
I did work it out with my boss, so every week after this, I will be good for Sunday.
sounds good to me.
All right, bye, guys.
It is your responsibility to show up to sessions. I mean, and I'm glad that you're taking it. Your
Okay,
responsibility.
peace.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks for waking up.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I am gonna be honest. I have been in and out of consciousness here.
I was gonna say, do you want
I mean, we can
to
finish whatever anything up.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna like, force you and keep going. If we want to call it a day, we can.
What do you think, Trent?
We can end it here because you're tired. You stayed up late. I know.
I just couldn't sleep last night. Is the problem actually?
Yeah.
Try to go to bed
And
at 3
I
a.m.
have to pee
Not
and
happy.
finish my laundry.
Okay, so we'll just do it another time.
Is that cool with you, Tom? I know we didn't get as far as you'd probably want.
No! Fucking, yeah, it's fucking good.
Fuck you guys, you're playing.
Well, you and I could just fucking play something else. We'll play Worms or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever we
Yeah.
feel
Once I
like.
finish moving my laundry, I'll come back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my father what it is that he wanted me to.
I might also make myself food.
I might as well grab food too because I woke up at 10:30 and I didn't eat or anything. I just brushed my teeth and sat down to do it. I'm glad we got some time. I mean, that was good. We started like what, 11 o'clock? 3
10:30.
hours? Yeah.
Oh yeah, 11. Yeah, it was 11 something.
We
Yeah.
beat boss.
That we
Yeah.
well, I mean, he had a name, he had a story, he had a purpose, and I was like,
Oh wait, do we miss this down here?
what? What's this? Oh, one zombie shambles forward, and you just see, and you just see
Firebolt.
Casimir like firebolted instantly. It kills it and the grubs inside it. Yeah, and I dead ass missed the enemy. That's funny.
So
Oh,
did I.
yeah.
It was like your name and everything. My picture was in front of it.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, man, Banderhobbs are fucked. Like, if you read their lore, and you're allowed, because I'm not gonna care about you guys metagame like that. But they're like, if I had an NPC kidnap children for the hags, it would be a Banderhobb because it can literally like fit an entire child in its mouth and keep it alive, and just regurgitate later.
Oh man, they're cool looking.
Yeah, they're cool looking, and I have a handout for him.
Challenge rating 5.
Yeah, they're not that scary. This was not supposed to be a huge fight, but the show to players, yeah, they're like this. Banderhobbs.
Abductors, yeah.
These
Yeah.
things look fucking scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge.
I'm glad we get to get me to introduce Casimir, the Dusk Elf. Fun fact. Throwback to when you were in Von Holtz's glass shop and you saw the Dusk Elf guy. The one who keeps the shop while Von Holtz is not there, who crafts the glass and works. Similar markings. Similar tribal markings. Same face.
Interesting.
Still has his
He's
ears.
a rejected coven. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the same guy. I'm just saying, like, same. They're all related kind of thing. And yeah. But yeah, that's just yet another hook here with Marina and Trina and Casimir for the Ember Temple for later. I don't think this guy's gonna risk his life venturing to defeat Baba Zaga unless you really persuading.
I was just gonna tell him to stay here and wait.
He's probably gonna just do that. We're gonna finish the session with you see him post fight, utter Trina, which is kind of like a word of power passcode toward, and as he does so, you see like a small compartment beneath the statue open up like a secret compartment, and within are 3 magical items, which he in turn equips on himself, unless anybody like fucking wants to threaten him, bully him for it.
What are those?
So 3 magical items that he will otherwise equip upon himself. It seems that he made a pit stop here to recover these items before he journeys onward to the Ember Temple.
I like that.
So if we
proof
like
of attack.
killed him, we could have taken these.
Yeah, you can still can. I will not be like, don't do it because my
I was kind of
NPC.
curious why he was here in the first place. Just
Yeah,
take
well,
those.
he was paying respect to Marina, which is his sister in a way.
Yeah.
If you think of, like, Irina is a sister in a way, they're all the same spirit, all the same whatever. That's why he was here, but also he was here, for that. He stashed these items for with the day when he'll be able to venture back to the Ember Temple. Did I show all 3 items? Yeah. Okay. You can you don't have to kill him. You can persuade him to give you these items. Maybe trade. Maybe I don't know. You owe us. We'll be your escort to the temple, whatever. But I just want to put it out that those 3 items are his. Otherwise,
Them boots.
Mhm.
I can't wear them.
Why not?
I mean,
I have hooves.
You can.
I might,
Yeah, you can make it work.
Can make it work.
Yeah, you can make it work. You can just like tear the front of them, keep the sigil on, keep the heel on, but like have like your hoofs penetrate like the front. Yeah.
Okay.
2 ways I can play this.
I like them boots.
Yeah.
I can.
I just want to be. I don't want to be the extent. I want to fly. Everybody else can fly. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
just want them boots because like something throws me, I could just jump back at him.
Absolutely. Matt, sorry.
So how is he supposed to do the ritual if he couldn't even decipher the book yet? I mean, like, I guess he would at some point, or do you figure it out?
He would at some point somehow. I mean, he's been translating this book steadily, right? But he can't read it all in one chunk because that would just drive him mad. Right? He knows the weight of his book. So that's why you were so fucking intimidated, because you fluently read that language, and he's looking at you like you're out of this fucking world.
Yeah.
Like he's whatever speaks this language should not walk the prime realm, and you are just fluent in it. So like that's why I was like, roll fucking intimidation with advantage there. Yeah.
I have a question. Can I take those boots from you, sir?
Are you doing this now? I mean, we could just, if we...
From what I see right now, you have no use for those boots. I want to leave you that necklace, because you'll definitely need it. And the ring I don't care about.
He contemplates for a moment. He's not happy about it, but he does give them to you.
I did just help you out.
Yeah, you kind of realize that, like, You would have probably dead ass died in that fight if it weren't for you guys. If you guys didn't show up, you're still not happy about like giving them up though, because they're like, whether they're like I don't know, like I won't say like a family heirloom, but like they're like were his for a
I
long
will
time.
probably give them back to you at the end of stuff.
As you tear away the front of them for your hooves.
Or I just wear really awkward boots.
Awkward boots of the Air Strider. It's like when you play Terraria, the item has like a ward before it to donate how rare or how awesome it is. So these are just like awkward boots of the Air Strider. You can use them, but every time you walk, you look retarded.
They look retarded, absolutely.
Yeah, you fucking waddle like a baby. But no, yeah, you can go ahead, and I'll say you can attune to them on next long rest. You'll have to attune to them though. It's a very powerful magical item there that it doesn't require attunement. But with that, I'm gonna let Matt go, and you and I drink and do like whatever wants to eat, and I'll go see what my dad wants. But
Yeah, I don't know if I
I'm
just-
gonna sleep yet.
this was really fun, and all in all, you guys. Okay, so where do we have the map here? Barrett's. Yeah, you guys discovered quite a bit. I'm gonna just illuminate this entire fucking zone because you guys can see it. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and spawn his token. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just kind of like how tokens show up as you guys discover.
He's massive.
Yeah, it's going to donate where he is. I can make it smaller if you want.
No,
See,
it's
I
fine. I
thought
like it.
earlier, that frog was pretty much like a lookout for a bigger frog that was coming because
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like misheard, and I was like, wait, why is Horngard scared? Like, it's not the zombies, it's something else. Like,
That would have been that. Yeah, that would have been cool. But I feel like Hunter did not have much time for combat, so
because I was thinking this is a big ass hag swamp.
Also,
so,
also that there's so much combat in here that I don't want to wear you guys out to the point where you need to leave.
I can imagine, right? Like, it's just fucking littered with
Yeah.
random shit and enemies. But I also thought there'd be like a huge, like a massive creature just like roaming the swamp, like a Tarsk. Not really a Tarsk because
you mean
that's
like-
insane.
Tarask?
You mean
Trask,
Trask.
that's-
What the fuck is a Tarsk?
Yeah, sorry guys.
So like you mean like thing you heard in the distance that was like all
Wait, so there is
when you
There's
first
something.
entered the swamp you heard like a roar in the distance, like that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still around.
all right. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to save my spell slots. These
Same.
fights.
You
although
only
yeah.
need a short rest, and you can take a short rest in the swamp. It's a long rest that's gonna be a bitch to take here
That's fair.
because of the blood flies and whatnot. But I mean, on the hill, it seems that again, as I described before, the fog is less dense, the swamp gas is less dense. It's still present, but less dense, and the blood flies are absent, as if this place was somehow protected by some kind of magic. There's no occult symbols here, nothing. This is the one safe place I would say in this entire fucking swamp, aside from some places which you guys will discover eventually. Actually,
Alright, I'm gonna be back.
yeah, it's kind of like Dark Souls, where like you make your own camp where you can't. But I would say this is a pretty good spot to end the session here. And we'll pick up next week, I guess, next Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll make sure I actually sleep this time.
please. All right. So goodbye to those watching.